Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburghers power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shout. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins ball. Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go. Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here, Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts electrified. Terrible towels in the air tonight. Pittsburgh's power under Sunday light. Here we go! Packers frozen, Lions roar. Vikings and Bears want one more score. From Lambeau chills to soldier fights. Delays calling through the nights. Eagles fly, the Giants stand tall. Cowboys charge, Redskins fall. Sunday buzzing, fans online. NFL chaos, it's game time. Shot. Falcons fly and Bucks set sail. Saints march on, Panthers wail. From Atlanta down to the Bay, we bring the noise every play. Niners grind and Seahawks soar. Cardinals reload, Rams one more. From Cali sun to desert nights, Dr. Delay's voice lights up the fights. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Hey, hey, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, loud and clear. Here we go. Steelers. Here we go. Sunday lights, game day's here. Dr. Delay is live, let's hear that cheer. In the north, the grind runs deep. Steelers wave the black and gold, no sleep. Bengals roar and Browns ignite. Ravens fly under primetime lights. Jets take flight, Bills bring fire. Dolphins dive, Pats don't tire. From New York snow to Miami heat, delay calls every play so sweet. Titans thunder, Texans burn. Jags on the rise with every turn. Colts stampede on Sunday stage. Every snap fuels the rage. Broncos ride, the Raiders roll. Chiefs keep climbing toward the goal. Chargers spark the Cali sky. Dr. Delay's mic is riding high. Under the Sunday lights, fans go wild, we stream all night. Every down, every fight, Dr. Delay is live under Sunday lights. Black and gold, we bleed that pride. Steel City hearts
Welcome on in, everybody. I, of course, am Dr. Delay, and we've got another game for you tonight as the Seattle Seahawks, who come in with a 13-3 record, take on the San Francisco 49ers, who are 12-4. Both teams looking to claim the NFC West title, as that will be decided tonight. And also, the winner of this game will be the number 1 seed in the NFC. I think that's a pretty good advantage, don't you guys? Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully we got a great game tonight. I expect we will. These teams met earlier in the season, week 1, to be honest with you. Again, that's a long time between games. So again, both these teams clearly different from then. The 49ers winning 17-13 in Seattle. So San Francisco has the leg up already. Again, we'll see what happens going forward as I just had to check that real quick. All right, so let's see what we have here as far as the stakes. Again, I already pretty much announced them already, but as you guys know, again, Seattle wins. They are the number 1 seed. They win the division. First round bye and home field advantage. San Francisco, same thing. They would move to the 1 seed. Seattle would fall to the 5. Seattle can be the 5. So pretty much if Seattle loses, the Rams they're locked in at the 6, essentially. They would be locked in at the 6. But if San Francisco were to lose, they could fall to the 6. The Rams would have a shot at the 5. So again, everyone's kind of eyeing the 5 seed, to be honest with you. Again, looking at the NFC South, with the winner will be 8-9. But, of course, again, the playoffs, any given day, anything can happen. Of course, again, the Panthers have already beaten the Rams as well in Carolina. So, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully got a good game. We do have a poll up. Let me know who you think is going to win tonight's game. Right now we have 59% of you guys with the Seahawks, 60% of you guys with the Seahawks, 40% with the 49ers. Look for another great stream. Appreciate you, Orioles fan. Again, thank you guys all for tuning in. You ready for the game? I'm nervous as well, Jacob. We'll see how it goes. Again, appreciate you, Orville, for tuning in. Deacon, Chris. That's all you guys were chatting earlier. Watching from Texas. Appreciate you, man. And, of course, George. I know George is here. Let's see here. Losa's here. Appreciate you for tuning in. Johnson. Ronald, Daniel. Again, David, appreciate you guys all again for tuning in. Hopefully we have a good game. Hopefully we're ready soon. Again, the game is supposed to start probably about another minute or 2 before kickoff, but you never know how these things can go. But again, if you guys were here earlier, you probably saw the Buccaneers winning against the Panthers, and of course, again, they will have a leg up. And yes, I will be calling Atlanta and New Orleans tomorrow. So that is, tomorrow, and then of course we'll have another game, which I probably will end up doing Chicago and Detroit. To be honest with you, again, that's a game I really wanted to do, but we're probably going to do it. And then of course, again, Steelers Ravens tomorrow night. Your son is a 49er fan, probably pulling for them if I had to guess. 49ers again, not a bad. Again, this is a great division this year. Both are all 3. Again, Seattle, San Francisco, and the Rams. I mean, all 3 teams with a great shot to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Of course, the Cardinals, obviously, that lone team that have not been that great, but they've been competitive in the games. But again, just hasn't really gone their way this year. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate you for tuning in, Houday Nation. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for calling the game. Appreciate it, Tiffany. Thank you again. Welcome back. Well, hey, welcome back as well. It's a 2-way street there. I think we end the year on a 5-game losing streak. That's tough. So they're doing, this is not the national anthem. What is this? I think it's America the Beautiful. Okay. That's a change of pace. What's up? How's it going, Arcole? Appreciate you, man. Okay, we're just waiting for us to get going here in San Francisco. Again, both teams, of course, win, and they are the number 1 seed. Lose, and then you're probably the 5. San Francisco could be the 6, though, if the Rams were to win tomorrow, as I try to take care of these bots. Now, I'm kind of curious for those of you guys listening in, those of you guys that, that can reply back, which, again, everyone can. I would like to just kind of know, do you guys think in the NFC, do you think the NFC will be represented by an NFC West team? So that would be either the Seahawks, 49ers, or the Rams going to the Super Bowl. Of course, the other teams would be Chicago, Green Bay, Philadelphia, and, of course, either Tampa Bay or Carolina. Which do you think it's going to be represented by that one division? Do you think it's pretty much, the NFC West has the best teams in the NFC, or do you think the other divisions will have a shot to win it? Do you think they will win or represent the NFC? Is Kittle playing? I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see if he was ruled out. Not seeing him there. Trent Williams is being kept out. Pearsall's being kept out. Guarendo's being kept out. Those are the big guys there for San Francisco. And then for Seattle, we got Kobe Bryant. He's inactive. Again, he got, I believe, hurt in that Rams game, I believe. Milroe is inactive. But, it looks like he might be playing or might be limited. I'm not too sure. Kittle is playing. There we go. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think, again, the NFC will be represented by the NFC West? Or do you think, no, the other three divisions are definitely capable of representing the NFC? That's Chris going with the NFC West. Unfortunately, he adds. Of course, again, he's a Packer fan, so that's probably why he added that there. Again, the NFC West has some pretty solid teams. Greetings from Caracas, home of the Bears. Caracas, Venezuela? That's the only Caracas I know. I guess the Caracas Bears happening very, very soon. I mean, they can move anywhere, I guess. NFC West. Orioles fan going with the NFC West. Yeah, again, I'm thinking that the NFC West might be representing the NFC. I really do. I really do think that. And my preseason pick was Bills and Packers. But the Packers, of course, have been beat up as of late. Kittle is indeed dressed and, again, ready to go. Seattle, of course, in their traditional away uniforms. Navy helmet, white jersey. I actually don't know if they're white pants or navy jersey. And then Seattle, or primarily San Francisco, wearing an alternate uniform tonight. And it looks neat. I'll admit it does look pretty good. But I do like their traditional uniforms as they're going to cut to commercial. So we'll just have to, again, hold on for yet another 3 minutes. Well, better off just starting the stream, leaving off. Yeah, I had the timer set to end about right now. So I had a feeling they would, do this. But I'm like, nah, it's fine. It is what it is. NFC West, yeah. No, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking NFC West. They're just too good. Again, we can kind of show you, if you like, if you're just interested to see the records of the teams here. Or no, I guess that's not what I want to do. Yeah, I want to show you guys, again, the playoff picture. Again, these are the teams that have clinched already. Seattle, 13-3. Chicago, 11-5. Eagles, 11-5. 49ers, 12-4. Rams, 11-5. The Packers, 9-6. Of course, again, the Buccaneers with their win. Now reclaiming, again, that 4 spot. But, again, because of results that may happen tomorrow, could be the Panthers taking back the 4 spot. So, again, it'll be very interesting how that goes. So, I don't know. Again, I think the NFC West, again, already having 3 teams in the playoffs. And those 3 teams, again, 2 of those could have the best record in the NFC if the 49ers were to win tonight. Even if the 49ers were to lose, they'd be tied if the Bears or Eagles were to win tomorrow. So, yeah, it'll be a very interesting playoffs. And, again, I think it'll be a very wide-open playoff. So, again, I'll be here the rest of the way. Every single game, pretty much from Sunday night on, I'll be covering. Again, I'll be covering, of course, again, games during the day tomorrow. Obviously, I can't cover all of those games, but I can cover a game per window. Indiana loaned the Bears to Venezuela. Okay, very interesting there. Ginger Jesus. Well, I guess I can see the. I see what you're going for there. Oh, man, a Taco Bell commercial. Always food. Food, food, food. That's all that's discussed here, apparently. Not football. Apparently it's food. Apparently it's Pop-Tarts. No, I do not have any Pop-Tarts. No Pop-Tarts in the house, actually, despite popular belief. No Pop-Tarts in the house. So, again, we're just kind of waiting. I just realized I still have the score up from the last game. You guys aren't going to... You actually going to let me have that? You're just going to let me go with that? Look at that. Just realized. Seeing scores there that shouldn't be there. Dang, Doc, wonder if we picked any of the same teams this week. Oh, did you go with the other team? Okay. Yes, sir. So, again, I was correct, and I am going with the 49ers tonight on my pick'em. Again, doesn't matter who wins to me. I am a neutral party, but just got to pick games. Food is good for you. It is good for you, for sure, for sure. Which games you doing tomorrow? So, can confirm again New Orleans and Atlanta, and it's looking like I'll be doing Detroit and Chicago in the afternoon. And then, of course, to conclude the season, the regular season, we'll be doing Baltimore and Pittsburgh, as I've, again, covered every Steelers game, starting, of course, this year. And, of course, in the future, we'll be doing that all the time, of course. But yeah, we'll be doing those three. So, hopefully, they're good games. Hopefully, I'll see you guys tomorrow, again, at any point. You don't have to stay. Again, you guys are free to do whatever you want. I'm just, again, entertainment. That's all I am. Food, food, food. That's the Uber Eats NFL commercials. Yep. There is the kickoff, and we are underway in San Francisco as Seattle will take a knee, and they will start at the 35. But there's a flag, so maybe not. I don't know. Oh, Sam Darnold. Oh, I did not know that. Just ask him. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to chat with him. Illegal formation on the receiving team. That'll back him up to the 30, so that's kind of an interesting way to start this one off. You think the Bucs are the best bad team in the league? Well, that's fair. 49ers for you, Dan. Appreciate you, Judy, for tuning in. Seahawks tonight. George going with the Seahawks. You're all at pools for the Sea Buzzards. Oh, wow. Kevin going with the Niners. Joe pulling for the Seahawks to win your pick'em. Gotcha. You're neutral, too. Just want a good game. Me, too. 1st and 10 for Darnold and the Seahawks. He's in the pistol, sending a man in motion. As Darnold takes the snap, drops back, looking to his right, throws it, is caught at the 32, and pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That is Rashid Shaheed, the former, New Orleans Saints, with a gain of 2. They'll mark him out at the 32. Again, this is a rivalry game, of course. I'm sure you guys already know. This is really... this rivalry really started, I guess, in the 2010s, with the Legion of Boom and San Francisco, of course. 2nd and 8, ball at the 32, sending a man in motion as Darnold hands it off. This is Walker cutting it outside. He's at the 35, the 40, and ripped out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Gain of 9 for Kenneth Walker, matching his jersey number there, and that is a first down for Seattle. Joseph pulling for the 49ers. Jeremy going with the red and gold. They're actually wearing all black tonight. Black helmet, black jersey, black pants. Again, I can't lie. The uniforms are pretty neat, but their traditional ones are already good. There's no reason to change, but those are pretty nice. 1st and 10 at the 41 as Darnold is under center. Play action, drops back, looking, dumps it off. It is caught by Walker. It's a screen at the 40, the 45. He's at the 50, 45, 40. And he's brought down finally at the 39-yard line, not after a gain of 20. Huge play there on the screen. That is another Seattle Seahawk first down. Is Lamar playing tomorrow? Yes, he is. He is. He is playing tomorrow. It'll be interesting. It'll definitely be an interesting game. 1st and 10 for Seattle. They're at the 39. Darnold under center, sending a man in motion. That is Shaheed. As Darnold takes a snap and hands it off. This is Charbonnet. He's at the 35, tripped up at the 33-yard line for a gain of 6. Charbonnet getting his first action of the day. Eagles wearing Kelly Green tomorrow. I don't know. I saw it on the NFL website that they had their alternate logo, so I guess they will be. Hawks looking good. They are. Niners going to be black and blue after this game. Interesting. 2nd and 4 at the 33. Darnold under center. Trips the right tight end in tight. As Darnold takes a snap, hands it off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet is brought down at the line of scrimmage. Has San Francisco all over that one. Mustafa with the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up. Again, Seattle's been moving the ball with ease at this point, but maybe San Francisco living up to their reputation, which, again, they actually haven't been that great this year, to be honest with you. Their defense, this San Francisco defense, not their usual selves here in 2025. 3rd and 4 as they need to get to the 29 for a brand new set of downs. Darnold in the gun. He drops back, looking to his right. Now over the middle. Darnold throws. Caught at the 25. Still fighting forward for more yards. He's going to be pushed forward to the 24. That is Eric Saubert with the catch. And that is a Seattle Seahawk first down. Don't carry wins, but need Purdy to go off in your fantasy football finals, and I'm in. Even a cool trophy to the winner. Good luck, Josh. Appreciate you for tuning in. I myself I was in a drought for a few years for no championships in fantasy, but this year winning 2. One of them, though, in a very important league. The other one's, it's whatever. But, yeah, very happy with that. So good luck, man. Good luck from one champion to a future other as he hands it off to Walker. Walker cutting inside. He's at the 20 and stumbles forward to the 16 for a gain of 8. Kenneth Walker, again, the running attack for the Seattle Seahawks. He's not really just running. Again, just the screen pass to Walker. Walker's already having a good night. Again, he's been kind of, I don't know, just not really the year you'd expect out of Walker. He's been pretty solid for a few years now, but not the same this year, but having a good one tonight. 2nd and 2 for Darnold. He's under center, receiver right, receiver to the left as he hands it off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet making that guy miss. He's at the 15 and tackled at the 10 for a gain of 6. And it's going to be 1st and goal of Seattle. Is at the 10. I already said that. How's it going, DJ? Good to see you, man. Appreciate it. If Saxon is playing, no, I'm not saying that. Nope. Bang, bang, CMC, air it out. It hasn't really a lot of short throws, but again, they're moving. Doesn't matter how it's done, as long as they're moving forward. Darnold, 1st and goal under center as he takes a snap, drops back. Darnold looking to his right, throws it to the back of the end zone, incomplete, and there's a flag. Jackson Smith and the Jigba, the intended target. Lenore on the coverage. And Lenore's going to be the guilty party there. Pass interference. He had just a little bit of a grab there, and he just kept tugging the jersey and holding his arm. I think that was really what got him caught there. So it's going to be 1st and goal as they'll be at the 1. Niners D looks soft. Haven't been that good this year for sure. In fact, I was watching a show earlier, which I'll kind of go over that in commercial break here. 1st and goal at the 1. Well, I thought they were about to break the huddle. Never mind. It's too late. I'll go over that later. 1st and goal at the 1 is Darnold's going to be under center. Fullback in the backfield, Charbonnet, the running back. Tight ends in tight. As Darnold takes a step, looking to the end zone. Darnold trying to escape, but cannot. That is a sack. That's a loss of 11. Bethune with the sack. Man, 2nd and goal coming up, and that is a killer. A loss of 11 there. As Aikman's pointing out that he had Charbonnet in the flat. He did. For whatever reason, he looked away. Wow, that's interesting. Darnold had a touchdown, seemingly, but looked away. 2nd and goal at the 12. Darnold under center as he hands off to Charbonnet. Cuts inside at the 10. And is going to be gang tackled by the Niner gang at the 7. Gain of, well, I guess 4. They're going to mark him down at the 8. What the heck happened there? I don't know. I have no idea. He had a wide open guy in the flat. Kevin pulling for the Niners. But anywho, so the comparison this year for the 49ers defense, as I heard earlier, is that they are apparently, well, hold on. I'll just explain everything later. I'm just going to wait. 3rd and goal. Darnold going to be in the shotgun. Oh, they might not be ready. They are not in formation. Only 2 seconds. 1 second. They're going to have to call a timeout. Timeout, Seattle. Sounding like the 12th man here in San Francisco. 8:09 left to go here in the first. 0-0. Seattle, though, 3rd and goal at the 8. But anywho, so what I heard earlier, I was watching First Things First. I love that show. It's one of the few shows I do watch from the national media. And the comparison was, usually, again, the 49ers have a great defense. They've had a great defense now for a few years. But again, this year, not necessarily. So the take was made that the 49ers are a sheep in wolf's clothing when it comes to the defense, of course, not the offense, obviously. But, again, you see the 49ers, you think good defense. You see Robert Saleh, again, he's a great defensive coordinator. And that was the argument. I'm like, well, that's actually not a bad take at all. But, again, their offense is so good. But, it was an interesting take. 3rd and goal at the 8. In the shotgun is Darnold. It's a delay. Hands it off up the middle at the 5. And Charbonnet is bottled up there for a gain of 4. Going to be 4th and goal. And we'll see what they decide to do. These teams playing better than Tampa. This guy, Aikman, is a hater. I don't know. Aikman's okay. He's all right. 4th and goal. They're going for it. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Darnold in the gun, sending a man in motion. As he lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back, looking, floats into the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Pass intended for Cooper Kupp, and Darnold's looking for a flag. And no flag is thrown. So that's a turnover on downs in a game where points. Ooh, that's interesting. It's going to be 1st and 10 for San Francisco whenever we do come back. Like how you call these games are the best. Appreciate you, Lou. Appreciate you, man. I try. Red zone defense, kick the field goal. Well, you thought so. You would have thought. The normal person would have. You hate analytics, makes the NFL harder to watch. Yep. Or if I wanted them to go for it. Seahawks are playing like... Hope they miss. Oh, you're watching live. You're good. Seahawks playing like garbage. Can't really say that. I mean, they did just drive the field. But, yeah, they definitely... that was interesting there at the end. Always take the points. Yep. As a Chief fan, you loathe Aikman. Okay, that's fair. How'd they mess up 1st and goal at the 1? I don't know, Joe. They again, a pass on 1st and goal at the 1. And Darnold had a guy open in the flat. He really did. And I don't understand. Again, I mean, I'm a Steeler fan. This game has nothing to do with me. I'm just a guy calling games. But that is definitely questionable for sure. You can liken the stop. Don't understand the call, but as a Niners fan, you'll take it. Yep. Where's the flag? There was no flag there. Kind of a little bit of contact there with Kupp, but I didn't really see anything. What are the odds? Sam throws 3 touchdowns today now that he looked off one. Not looking good. I would say the odds dropped there, TK. Most likely 3 picks. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. All right, we're working our way back here to San Francisco. We're getting at 0-0. San Francisco will have the ball at their own 4. Their defense standing tall in the red zone. Thanks for providing some internet commentary. You're saving my work night. Appreciate you, man, Ecto. Appreciate you for tuning in. Let me call the game for you. Safety here, I don't know. They're at the 4. That'd be interesting. It's been a long day. Gotcha, Judy. Gotcha. All right, 1st and 10 for San Francisco. Darnold looking like, and he was looking for the flag, but he was also letting Kupp know, hey, that was on me. Purdy in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left as he hands it off to McCaffrey up the middle at the 5. And the Seattle defense slamming him down at the 7. So not much there. Gain of 3. As here is Brock Purdy again, his stats. 7-1 record, 255 passing yards a game, 20 passing touchdowns, 9 picks. He missed 8 games this year with the toe, but he's looked pretty good since he's returned. 2nd and 7 for Purdy as he's in the shotgun. Sending a man in motion, Purdy drops back, looking to his left. Throws, it is caught at the 10, and he's going to be tackled at the 11 as the Seahawks swarm to the ball. I mean, oh, man, looking pretty good here. Again, they have a really good defense for Seattle, so kind of the opposite of San Francisco. Again, San Francisco, probably below average defense. Seattle with a top 5 defense. You could argue the best defense in the league. That was Kyle Juszczyk with the catch, by the way, for a gain of 5. So 3rd and 3 from the 12. Really 3rd and 2. That's a terrible spot as Purdy drops back. He's looking over the middle. Throws to his right. It is overthrown, incomplete. Pass intended for Juwan Jennings. And it looks like it's going to be a 3 and out. So that was pretty quick. Jennings the intended target there. And it was a simple out route to his right. And yeah, just not on the same page. I guess Purdy wanted him to run it a little deeper there. Because Jennings, yeah, ran it kind of shy of the sticks. That was interesting. Morstead ready to punt. He's been in the NFL for a long time. As there is the boot. And that is going to be fielded at the 39. He's at the 40. Shaheed at the 45. And is going to be brought down at the 50-yard line. And that is where Seattle will take over. Well, maybe not, because there's a flag. Pick Purdy. Got the target. He's ready for scoring. There is going to be a penalty on San Francisco. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. I guess I missed it. Hands to the face for no reason there. And wow, yeah, that's not ideal there for San Francisco. Seattle will have it again at the 35 whenever we do return. You study broadcast? I did not. I just kind of just heard calls over the years, and I'm a blend of everybody I've heard. Evening. How's it going, Marcus? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Let's see here. Defense. Yeah, defense looking good there. Field goal range already. Yeah, you're not kidding. Has Kupp had a good season? Haven't kept up with him, but it feels like he's not targeted much. Yeah, I don't really think so. I mean, I could look up for you. Why not? You got time. We're on commercial break. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in, letting the small channel call the game for you. You know, all I ask for is a chance, essentially. Because I know there's a lot of people calling games. Cooper Kupp, 45 catches, 564 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, yeah, this is probably going to be his worst year as a pro. There's his stats in his career. He had only 2 more yards in 2018, but he only played 8 games. So, yeah, I would say he's definitely on the decline. He's been on the decline for a little bit. But, still serviceable. Still not a bad receiver by any means. Definitely do worse. Everyone hit the like button. Would help. Would he appreciate it, man. Kupp has had a decent season. Yeah, about 500, 600 yards. So not too shabby. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. I try to get to the chat when I can. The chat is a big part of the channel. And, of course, let me know who you think is going to win tonight's game. Right now, 51% of you guys with the Seahawks. 49% of you guys with the 49ers. So 50-50, exactly kind of how I thought it would be. Seahawks let Metcalf go and brought in Kupp. Yep. But the emergence of Jackson Smith-Njigba has been amazing. Again, you can make the argument he is the best receiver in the league. Though Puka probably, I don't know, Puka maybe has emerged there. I don't know. Those guys are 1 and 2. And of course, I like Torrey Horton in college. He's been really good, but I don't think he's playing. I think he's still hurt. 1st and 10 at the 35 as he sends a man in motion. Darnold under center as he takes the snap, hands it off. This is Walker. Walker up the middle. And is going to be brought down at the 32 as that's a gain of 3. Kenneth Walker, again, his 3rd carry already. 20 yards for him. Won't be able to say small channel. I'm always going to have that mindset. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I look. We'll see what's happening in 12 months. Watch your screen freezing on and off and sound goes off. I don't know. Judy. Yeah, you might have to restart the app. The app there. 2nd and 7 at the 32 as Darnold drops back, looking to his left, throws, caught by JSN, and then pushed out of bounds immediately for a gain of 5. Going to bring up 3rd and 2 for Seattle. Yeah, I would restart YouTube. YouTube can be kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. So 3rd and 2 for Seattle. Darnold, by the way, on the night, 4 for 5, 36 yards. Again, just short throws, nothing really too aggressive. Darnold under center. They need to get to the 25 for a brand new set it down, sending Kupp in motion. As Darnold hands it off to Charbonnet, breaking it outside the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Seattle! Charbonnet with a huge play. 27 yards by Zach Charbonnet in Seattle, opening up the scoring here. Again, you figure they would score on that drive. Again, having it already at the San Francisco 35. But what a play by Charbonnet. Again, just taking it down the left side. Of course, breaking the tackle at the 10 to find the end zone. So 6-0 Seattle pending the extra points. 3 plays, 35 yards, a minute 23 off the clock as the extra point is up, and it is good. 7-0 is your score with 4:29 to play in the first quarter. And, of course, the touchdown turkey. He loves touchdowns. So let's see here. Seahawks -1.5. How many percent bet Seattle? I don't know. It's probably close. Think you'll support Seattle? I remember flying up to Seattle, pick up a plane at Boeing, and flying back to Dallas. That was a fun trip. Not a pilot, just sat in the back and relaxed. Nice. You got the wrong name? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Sorry. Let's see. Let's go Hawks, says Chris. Goku can't wait for tomorrow. As, yeah, it'll be a big game. Keep this up and you might actually be an actual NFL broadcaster. I don't think so, Lou. I am too critical of the NFL to probably get a job anytime soon, and critical of ESPN to be. Yeah, I don't know. I think I might just be a. I think this might be my home, and that's fine. You know, I think I could be pretty successful here if things keep going. Yeah, as long as I, of course, continue to stream. You know, I've been doing this since March and called a lot of games, called a lot of baseball, called a lot of course, again, football. Football's my number one. I love football. Football will always be my number one. Specifically the NFL. Of course, I've called some college as well. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm meant to be over there with the big leagues, I guess. But I'm cool with this. This is pretty fun. Alec not liking the Niners. He's saying they're reeking. As Orville says, game over. Orville channeling his inner Jersey. Marcus pulling for Pittsburgh. Appreciate you, Marcus. It's great to see you again tonight, Doctor. It was a close game. It was a close game earlier. Thinking this one could be a close game as well. Yeah, he's stealing Jersey's job. Yeah, Jersey's the one that says game over after the end of the first quarter. Whoever's winning essentially says that's the win. That's it. Might as well not even play the rest of the game. And I guess he was technically right. He said the Buccaneers would win, though it was a much closer game than I think he envisioned. Let's go, Hoss. Good to see you. Good to see you, Michael. Appreciate you for tuning in. Sorry, Doc, you've been busy. No, dude, Clay, you're good. You're good, Clay. Don't worry about it, man. Again, I'm just calling games. If you can make it, great. If not, it's no biggie. It's no biggie. That's going to be booted into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback as he takes a knee. So they will start at the 35. Best road record in first 2 seasons. I think that's kind of random, but George Seifert, 16-0. Mike McDonald, 14-2. McVay was 14-3. Mike Martz, 13-4. So a lot of NFC West here. That's pretty neat. It's pretty neat there, but I feel like it's kind of random road records for first two seasons. But maybe it is something because Mike McDonald has done a great job taking over for Pete Carroll. 1st and 10 for San Francisco as Purdy's in the shotgun, hands it off to McCaffrey, and he's tripped up at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a yard. So, again, the run defense of Seattle pretty good, and I don't know, looking really good to start off this one. Orville saying Seahawks by 14. Interesting. Thanks for understanding. No problem. You have Niners winning. Okay. You're going to bed, my man. Good night, homies. Here we go, Steelers. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Rodolfo for the big one. Steelers, Ravens. I hope we can do something, man. I hope it's a good game. I hope the Steelers win. As Purdy drops back. They're sending the blitz. He steps up in the pocket. Purdy is sacked. Hall with the sack in Seattle. Doing a good job right now. Again, they're kind of silencing this crowd, which, again, you don't really want to be loud for offense anyway, but not much to cheer about if you're a San Francisco fan right now. And there's no one open down the field. Purdy doing all he could. Give out balloons for real. It says latex on the packaging, but it's like real thick latex. Well, I don't know. It didn't pop. That's interesting. As Purdy steps up, he throws. It's caught the 39. He's at the 40. And he's going to be tackled at the 43-yard line. So, again, it's going to be short by a couple of yards. That was Juwan Jennings with the catch. As Purdy looks on to the sideline, they're going to make their way off the field. As they'll have to rely on their defense to keep this a one-score game. Yeah, that is interesting there, Mysterious. Trying to think of what you can do with these. This guy, they're only 90 cents. Well, don't do a lot of damage, please. Unless you want to, I guess, but only your own property. That's going to be fair caught at the 18-yard line. And that is where Shaheed will take over with 2:26 left to go in the first quarter. Again, Seattle leading 7-0 over San Francisco. Turkey chilling on cam. Oh, yeah, he's chilling today. He actually, for Thanksgiving, he was here the whole time. So this is actually kind of a throwback. Screen okay, no volume. I don't know. He feels comfortable. Yeah, he's camouflaged. Yeah, he is camouflaged by the shirt. That is interesting there. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below and try to get to the comment section. You know, whenever I can, of course, obviously, you know, during commercials. And, of course, feel free to vote in the poll right now. 51% of you guys with the 49ers, so it kind of switched. Well, it's 51 earlier with the Seahawks. Now it's 51 with the 49ers. And, yeah, again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel, as if everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 5,400 subscribers. So, again, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for chatting it up in the comments section. As, again, if you guys weren't here, I'd just be talking to myself. So thank you again for giving me a chance. You'll try again later. Well, good luck, Judy. Seattle won today. Booker will cry. I'm not familiar with Booker. Got your new used TV. Yep. What would be totally crazy if the Raiders give their number 1 pick for Lamar? I don't think the Ravens would accept just that, Lou. I think it would have to require a little bit more, probably another one at least. For sure. Probably 2 ones for Lamar. No team colors. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Raiders aren't crazy. They are pretty crazy. The Raiders, again, they should take Mendoza. Not saying that Mendoza is going to be an instant upgrade or anything like that, because I myself am pretty skeptical on the college quarterbacks, especially the last few years for sure. But it seems like he would be their number 1 pick, and that would be pretty shocking to see if it didn't happen. They said 16 inches, so I wanted to make huge balloons, but since they are thick, they feel weird blowing up. They have colored ones, but they were 9 inches. This guy. Did you get that terrible towel from a game you went to? No, I have never been to a Steelers game. I've only been to one NFL game, and that was a Falcons-Saints game in San Antonio when Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans. Now, I've never been to Heinz Field or Acrisure now. 1st and 10 at the 18 as Darnold is under center, hands it off up the middle. This is Walker at the 20, 25, bouncing outside of the 30s at the 35 and ripped down at the 38. Gain of 20 as Kenneth Walker has been pretty explosive tonight. That is another Seattle Seahawk. 1st down. Mendoza is a really RPO-heavy base system. He really isn't that good. Trinidad is the only one who I trust. Trinidad, I mean, I'm telling you, that guy, I mean, and by the way, Goku, correct. You're exactly right. More on that in a sec. As it's 1st and 10 for Darnold. He's under center. Hands it off to Walker. Bouncing it outside, cutting in. And it's going to get a yard, but could have been nothing there as he had to make a guy miss to get that yard. But yeah, a lot of RPO, and of course, again, there's a huge difference between RPO in college and in the NFL. So you are correct. If you see a quarterback use a lot of RPO in college, which they mostly all do, I'm very hesitant to see, to pick that guy. Because, again, RPOs in the college are not the same in the NFL. You're allowed a lot more leeway in college. Chandler Trinidad, I mean, he was very impressive the other night. 2nd and 9 at the 39. Darnold in the gun. He drops back looking over the middle. Throws. Caught at the 50. And he's tackled at the 49-yard line. That is another Seattle Seahawk 1st down. That's a gain of 12 for Jackson Smith-Njigba. Mendoza senior, yes. I believe he is. Been a Seahawks fan since 9 years old. Dave Craig, Steve Largent, Legion of Boone. A lot of stuff to cheer for. For sure. Again, I remember the Sean Alexander, Matt Hasselbeck years. For sure. 1st and 10 as Darnold hands it off up the gut. And Charbonnet, not going to get much as he's tackled at the after a gain of 1. I'm going to try not to say bottled up with Charbonnet a lot, but I want to. And it looks like that is probably going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter. I could be wrong. I doubt they run another play. I doubt it. They are lined up, though, for what it's worth. And, yeah, that's it. All right. Well, that's the end of the 1st quarter. Seattle leading 7-... Wait, hold on. No, we're not. Seattle with the false start, trying to jump them off sides. Wow, they're trying to get San Francisco to jump. But Seattle's the one that actually jumped. Oh, that's interesting. Punishing that Niners defense. They are. Trinidad's going to put up D2. Going to put D2 schools on the map. He's going to be very special. He had a great game. Would like to see more. I mean, I'm sure he's done well all year, but definitely very impressive. I can tell you that. So that's going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter regardless. It's going to be 2nd and 15 whenever we come back, as McDonald wants an explanation. He doesn't seem to like it. I asked you who scored a touchdown. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not see it, Scott. It was Charbonnet, Zach Charbonnet. Hope you can get to see the Steelers at home sometime. I've never been seen my Lions either, and hope to change that. Yeah, I would have loved to see the Ben Roethlisberger Steelers. Never got to, and that's kind of a regret. But to be honest, there's really not much to go for now. I mean, it would be cool to see Rodgers play. I'll tell you that. I'll give you that much. It would be pretty cool to see Aaron Rodgers play. But other than that, there's really not much to really want to go and see, because it'd be pretty pathetic, to be honest. Yeah, I'm sorry, Judy. I don't know what's happening there. Vikings should have held on to Sam Darnold. Look, what a great move for Seattle. Yeah, it turned out to be a pretty good move. Quick first quarter. Niners look clueless. They've struggled on defense for sure, as Angie's pulling for the 49ers. Yeah. But again, there's still 3 quarters left to go, folks. It's not, decided by any means. So again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. I try to comment and chat we're not, comment or chat. You guys comment, chat. But I try to respond to the comments section of the chat as often as I can. And, of course, let me know who you think is going to win tonight. Right now, 50% of you guys with Seattle, 50% of you guys with San Francisco. So that's as close as you can be. And, of course, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And, again, I'll be on tomorrow with 3 games. 3 games. Again, the first game going to be New Orleans and Atlanta due to the results earlier. That game will be very important. The second game will probably be now. It's going to be Detroit and Chicago. We made that decision. Got the blessing of some Lions fans. Again, Lions are 2-6 when I call games, so I guess they want me to hurt their season even more by getting them a better draft pick, I guess. And then, of course, we'll be calling Ravens-Steelers tomorrow night. Seeing Ray Lewis play in real life was exciting. I bet it was. I'm jealous. Jefferson is missing Darnold. Oh, yeah, for sure. 8 first downs for Seattle, 0 for San Francisco. Yep. But again, it's only 7-0 as it's 2nd and 15. Ball at their own 46. Darnold in the gun. He takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle. To his left, it is caught at the 49. Cutting inside, making a guy miss at the 50. Down the side of the 45, 40, 30. 20, but they're going to say he stepped out. He's going to take it the distance. But they're saying he stepped out. Oh, man. Marked him out at the 30. Up there it is. He did get the first down. Gain of 17. That was a huge play there. Could have been more. Just couldn't stay in bounds. But a nice catch after the nice run after the catch. And again, that is another Seattle Seahawks first down. 1st and 10. Darnold under the center. As there's receivers to each side. Darnold takes a snap in, hands it off down the right side of the Charbonnet at the 40, the 35, the 30, and is finally brought down at the 26-yard line for a gain of 11. As the running backs of Seattle have just been dominating San Francisco. Prevent offense, this guy. Darnold has won a lot of games last few years. Yep. Did a great job of getting some yak. He did. 1st and 10 at the 26 as Darnold under center, sending a man in motion. As Darnold fakes the toss, rolling to his left. Darnold looking, moving to his right as Darnold. Darnold running, throwing. It is incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Niners look slow today. They do. Last game was so boring I fell asleep. I don't blame you, Don. I don't blame you. It was close, but yeah, definitely didn't really have the big plays. So I'll wake up the 49ers defense. Yeah, Don, you might need to wake up the 49ers defense. They were also asleep, or, currently are. 2nd and 10 at the 26. Darnold under center, receivers to each side. As Darnold takes the snap in, hands it off. This is Walker trying to bounce it outside, but San Francisco wakes up and greets him in the backfield. That's a loss of 4. Walker with the loss of 4 there. Again, he's still doing pretty solid statistically. And just, even without that, again, he's done great regardless. That's the first huge loss there. 3rd and 14 for Seattle. They do look dominant. Seattle looking very dominant here, but it's 3rd and 14. They are at the 30, need to get to the 16 for Brandis headed down. Darnold swings it down the flat. It's caught by Walker. Walker at the 30. Oh, and he's driven backwards, fighting through the blocker to make the tackle. That was stout there on the tackle with some stout defense. And Seattle will have to settle for 3. That's interesting. Haven't really pushed it down the field today. Just a note. For Seattle, I don't understand. A lot of short stuff. Kevin pulling for the Niners. This will be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is. Oh, he missed it. Wide right. Oh, after all that. And it started trending in the wrong direction for Seattle. And it caps it off with a missed field goal. So this game remained 7-0 with 12:28 left to go in the first half. Opposite sides. 49ers get a stop. Yep. How about a shank? They did get a shank. Wide right. Wide right indeed. Whoops. Yeah. Nope. Just... I don't know, that sequence of downs there just didn't go in their favor. Shanked, yep. Still no volume. I don't know, Judy, I'm sorry. I am very sorry. I'm making sure I'm good. I mean, you guys are responding, so I figure you guys are. I don't know, Judy. That's tough. Can't trust any kicker. You can't. Sadly. They all have 99 kick power, but I guess 70 accuracy. CMC time. We'll see. I mean, again, it's been pretty rough on the ground. Has he done anything? No. No wonder they went for it on 4th down early. Yeah, right. Yeah. Volume good here. BRB. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there, Judy. Is George Kittle playing today? He's not ruled out or anything. I haven't really been able to call his name because the San Francisco offense hasn't really done anything. Haven't done anything at all. Philly Bird Steaks are looking for this guy. I trust no kicker. I don't know. I trust kickers. I like kickers. I like our kicker, the Chris Boswell for Pittsburgh. Though he's missed a couple of kicks the past few weeks. But I still have confidence in the Wizard of Oz. Kittle's active. Yeah, again, it's just been a... I mean, I can kind of show you the stats here. They haven't really been able to do anything on offense here. So, here you go. Again, Seattle with 150 yards. San Francisco with 15. No turnovers. Seattle with 10 first downs. San Francisco with nothing. Penalties 2 each. Time possession. Almost 14 minutes for Seattle. 3.5 for San Francisco. So, yeah. They just haven't really been able to stay on the field. All right, 1st and 10. Dallas kicker's a machine. I don't know. I've seen him miss a lot of kicks when I've covered the Cowboys. So it might just be a little overrated. 1st and 10 as he swings it out. It's caught. This is Kittle. Kittle at the 40. And is going to be tackled at the 43-yard line for a gain of 6. So there you go, Jersey. His first catch of the day. 2nd and 4 is there at the 43. Again, San Francisco with no first downs here in the first half, just in general. Again, they're just trying to move the chains. You like Schmitz? Yeah, Schmidt's not too bad. Purdy's going to be in the shotgun, sending juice check in motion as Purdy drops back, looking, fires over the middle. It's caught by McCaffrey at the 45, the 50, and he's tackled at the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 9, and that is the very first San Francisco 49er first down. McCaffrey, again, he's had a pretty good year. He's had a pretty good year, of course. Again, he had the injury last year. But yeah, this year, 97 receptions, 899 receiving yards. Very solid. Again, we all know about his dual threat ability as his 1st and 10. Purdy, play action, rolling to his right, throws. It's caught by Jennings. Jennings at the 50, and then is ripped out of bounds at the 49. That's a loss of 1. I believe that was Wooten or Woolen. I can't remember. Yeah, Woolen. Yeah, it's a loss of 1. Good tackle there by Woolen. Butker was horrible. Yep. Yeah, Butker did not have a good year this year. First catch of the game, yep. CMC time, we'll see. And he had a nice catch there, but 2nd and 11 for Purdy. And the 49ers sending a man in motion as Purdy takes a snap, drops back, looking over the middle, throws, it is caught. No, Jennings couldn't hold on to it, incomplete. He was hit immediately by Thomas. Jennings slow to get up. He's just now getting up as the whistles are being spammed. They are blowing and blowing and blowing those whistles. Almost a great catch there. Thomas, though, knocking it out, hitting him as soon as the ball got there. Good stuff there by Thomas. But yeah, Jennings going to hobble off the field. Again, he took a pretty big shot there. Paul pulling for the Seahawks. They're looking pretty good. 3rd and 11. Jennings grimacing there on the sideline as they need to get to the 38 for a brand new set of downs. They're at the 49. Purdy in the gun. He takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle. Stepping up in the pocket. He's going to run. Purdy, he's at the 45, and diving is not going to get there. Just a yard short. Good effort by Purdy with a gain of 10. That'll make him think about it for sure. They will most likely go for it. I could be wrong, but it is 4th and 1 for the 49ers. Analytics is saying go for it. This would be a 57-yard kick, so it's not exactly a gimme. That was a generous spot. Yeah, I thought it was about a yard, 2 yards short, pardon me. 4th and 1. Purdy looks like he is in the shotgun. He takes a snap and drops back, and there's nothing happening because there's most likely a timeout called. So, yeah, that is Seattle's second timeout with 9:41 left to go here in the first half. He had his red flag out. I guess I don't think he liked the spot. I don't know. That's interesting. So he threw the challenge flag, but they're saying that he called a timeout. That's interesting. I don't know. Regardless, 4th and 1 coming up. Again, to me, I thought, like Chris had mentioned, that was a generous spot. Yeah, so he's actually, looks like he's almost 3 yards behind where he needed to gain. So it should be 4th and 3, but again, I guess you can't challenge that. I don't know. Regardless, going to be 4th and 1 for San Francisco. Remember when the Steelers came out with a terrible towel back in the 70s? The Dolphins had something called the Horrible Hanks. Just to White Hanks said Horrible Hanks. Then came the towel as Purdy drops back. He's moving. He throws. It is incomplete. He was under heavy duress there, but still got the throw off, and Juszczyk just couldn't quite make the catch as the defender was draped all over him. Incomplete. And Seattle will take over at their own 39 with 9:35 left to go in the first half. Yeah, I would, again, I was not alive back then. I know Myron Cope had a lot to say about the towel. Should be the horrible hanky, not the horrible hanky. Oh, no, you're good. The horrible hanky, that sounds pretty neat. He was 3 yards short. Yeah, they should have. Good old analytics again, yep. Orville chanting defense. And again, the Seattle defense came through there. Again, they put Purdy under duress. Purdy, by the way, 5 for 8, 26 yards. So hasn't really been able to get going. Pardon me. But, yeah, I mean, it's been essentially a one-sided game. That was really the first drive San Francisco was really able to do anything. Analysts will say, run there. Yeah, I mean, you can make the argument on 4th and 1 they should run. Let's see here. Something was hidden. The New York... Oh, this guy, the New Yorkistan Giants will use Allah to crush the Cowboys tomorrow. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I don't know. I think the Cowboys win that game, to be honest. I think the Cowboys win that game for sure. Seattle defense ain't playing around. They're pretty good, Jenna. I mean, they are really solid. Might be, again, you can make your argument, one of the best defense, top 5 defense for sure. I know the Texans defense comes to mind when I think about great defenses this year. Seattle, Houston, Denver. Though I don't know. Denver got kind of shellacked by the Jaguars. Let's see. The Eagles. The Eagles have a good defense. Packers, you know, they had a good defense, but they would also have kind of random bad games. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I would say those 3 defenses pretty good. Right now, of course, 7-0. Why throw there? Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. You sure you don't have ads on? Just got my second app, but they seem to be just 10 seconds each. Yeah, I don't know. I do have ads on. Yep, that's how YouTube pays me. But I don't know. I don't control when they are, sent to you guys. That is all on YouTube. I can double check. I mean, if you want more ads, I can try to request that. As Darnold play action throws over the middle, it is caught at the 45, and he's tackled at the 42-yard line. That is JSN with the catch, and that is a first down. Seattle. Packers have a good defense on IR. Yeah. Yeah, that was a gain of 18 for JSN. That was his 4th catch of the day. 52 yards for him. Hawks dominating it. It's only 7-0. Exactly. Yeah, that's why if you look at the scoreboard, not necessarily the stats. But they are driving here already again at San Francisco territory. As Darnold's under center, he hands it off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet is going to be bottled up at the 40-yard line for a gain of 2. Ads every play just like the NFL. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I don't think we're doing that. Like number TJ Watt. We all want more ads, Doc. Oh, yeah, you know it, Bill. We all want more ads. Again, when it comes to college football, ESPN spams the ads like crazy. Again, every possession, every kick, every first down, there's an ad, it seems like. 2nd and 8 at the 40. As Darnold is under center, hands it off up the gut. This is Walker. Walker is going to be brought down at the 36-yard line for a gain of 4, which will make it 3rd and 4 for Seattle. Pop-Tart time, no Pop-Tarts. No Pop-Tarts. I've not eaten a Pop-Tart on stream. Haven't had one in months, and yet Pop-Tarts dominates the conversation once more. 3rd and 4 for Darnold and the Seahawks. It's going to be in the shotgun as he motions Walker to his left. Darnold looking over the middle, lifting the leg, taking the snap, drops back, looking over the middle. Heavy pressure, stepping up in the pocket. Darnold's going to run at the 35, and he's going to be getting the first down. I don't know if he slid or not. He kind of fell. But that is a brand new set of downs for Darnold. I believe that's going to be a gain of 5 there. Watch the ads for, yeah, so much money. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a gain of 5. So 1st and 10. Looks like there is a stoppage of play. Might be an injury there. Yeah, Winters for San Francisco. Looks like he's shaking up. So, well, hold on. Hold on. I'll put it on full screen real quick. I'll check behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure I have the same settings as I've always had. Not saying that you guys want me to change the settings, but I'm pretty sure they are the same. It's possible that I may have misclicked. It does happen. It's not like you can set it. You have to set each individual stream up. Yeah, it's the same settings that I've always had. And it's random. It's scheduled. Scheduled randomly. So, anywho, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to really say. Feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can, because the chat will forever and always be a big part of the channel. So thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for letting the small channel call the game. And again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. If everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 5,400 subscribers. Would be pretty cool. So thank you again for hanging out. Do you use StreamYard? I do not. I don't really know much about StreamYard, to be honest with you. I use OBS. And I don't know. I am thinking about using the Restream thing, as I'll be able to stream on Twitch and might have to look at other things as well. The only problem is I don't have enough devices to really kind of keep up with, like, if Twitch were to watch right now, and YouTube, of course. I don't really have devices to kind of watch the Twitch chat, and I'd feel bad for the Twitch users and the Kick users or Rumble or whatever. Whatever else I could stream on. So, I don't want to ignore them, but I would have to, so I don't know. I don't want to tell them to come here because I want to build an audience there as well, just in case. You never know. Again, one of my favorite YouTubers, Jaguar Gator, he got a copyright strike against him or something, threatened to take down me. He's got another strike. And he gets a few more strikes and they'll ban him. And it's crazy. And he didn't do anything wrong. It was YouTube at any point could just say, yep, you're done. You have to start over or you're banned. So pretty crazy. Time possession. Right now we have 16 minutes for Seattle, 6 minutes for San Francisco. 1st and 10 at the 31 as Darnold is under center. He hands it off up the gut. He's crossing the 30 and he's tackled at the 25 for a gain of 6. Kenneth Walker's 8th carry of the day, 47 yards for him. Trying to get a breather. OBS is also, oh yeah, it's great. It's a lifesaver. It is a lifesaver. Likes up and helps out the channel. It does. 2nd and 4 at the 25. Darnold under center, receivers to each side. As Darnold looking at the defense, takes a snap, hands it off up the gut. This is Walker. Walker is going to be tackled at the 20, and that's another first down for Seattle. There is a flag. Looks like they are moving backwards, and that is going to be a hold on Seattle. So that'll back them up 10. So first down is nullified. It'll be 2nd and 14 for Seattle. Thanks for the last 6 weeks from Tahiti. Heading back to Hawaii tonight where I can get red zone. You the man. Appreciate you, Dave. I appreciate it, man. I do. Glad to provide you with the coverage. Have you considered investing in a green screen, then have some background you have now, but every touchdown in the background becomes a giant touchdown turkey? Yeah. Yeah, everyone's mentioning the green screen now. I might have to get it. So it's actually going to be 2nd and 11, not 2nd and 14. 2nd and 11 at the 32. Darnold drops back looking, throws to his left. It is caught, and then he's pushed out of bounds at the 28 for a gain of 4. I believe that was the tight end Barner. His first catch of the night. See, let me ban that bot here. Thanks, Doc. Thank you, Orville. Appreciate you, man. Bengals or Falcons defense? Your opinion, if you don't mind. I would probably take. Are you talking about fantasy wise? Or are you talking about just straight up? Falcons defense is 100% better, but fantasy wise, Let me decide after this play here. 3rd and 6 in the gun. Darnold drops back, looking, floats it down the left side. It is incomplete. Pass intended for JSN, and he was probably hit prior to that, to be honest with you. But again, it was a jump ball going for the ball. If he's going for the ball, then it's fine. I don't know. I like to see the replay here. They're going to show it. Double move. JSN breaking free. Throws a little bit under. Ooh, yeah, he's definitely not going for the ball. Yeah, I don't know about that one, but hey, it is what it is. It's going to be 4th down, and Seattle will kick a 45-yard field goal to make this a 2-score game. He's already missed one from 47 from the left hash. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up, and this one is good. 10-0 is your score. 5:19 left to go in the first half, as Seattle has looked really impressive tonight. Again, leading 10-0 with 5 to go in the first half. I would go with the Bengals. Browns' offense isn't really that impressive. And between you and me, Josh, I'm thinking the Saints win tomorrow. I'm thinking there. Someone do something. Touchdown or what? Nope. Too bad. You like the turkey? Well, I remember that just the other day you hit 4K. Now you're over 5K. Yeah, appreciate you, Jenna. Yeah, no, we have had some crazy streams with the college football, really. College football has been a huge blessing to the channel. So very thankful for that. And, yeah, hopefully that continues. We got 3 more college football games. Actually, 4. So, yeah, there's the 2 semifinals. Then there's the national championship. But, a little secret here. You're going to get a game Monday. This Monday, if you do want some more football, if you're just, bored, want something to listen to, want to chat football with me in the chat, that's fine with me. Again, I love talking football with you guys. I'll be covering the FCS championship, and it's going to be between Illinois State versus Montana State. So I'll be doing that one Monday night. So we will have Monday Night Football this upcoming week. Not going to be the NFL, of course, but it'll be the FCS championship. Regardless, again, if there's a legal stream or not, I will be covering that one. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, totally understand. Refs hating on the Seahawks. I don't know about that. Hope the Falcons win. Oh, yeah, trust me, I know there's a lot of, Panther fans or Buccaneer fans that want either way to go. I'm just thinking the Saints have looked really good. Falcons have too. Not to say the Falcons have it, but that was like an emotional win against the Rams. I'm just thinking that might play a big part in the game tomorrow. And, and if I had to be honest with you, if I do think it's rigged, if I think everything is rigged or scripted, I would imagine the NFL wants Tampa Bay in the playoffs. That's just, again, my guess. Not saying that's how it's going to work. That's just my guess. FCS game is going to be some good football. Should be. Illinois State, they're kind of like a wild card, and they've done a great job. I think they're the ones that knocked out North Dakota State. I could be wrong. Maybe they're not, but I think they've had a nice run. MLB, I'm a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. It's not really much something to brag about, but that'll be happening as that's going to bounce out of bounds as Myers sends it out of bounds. What a goofball. And that will give San Francisco the ball at the 40. And, of course, again, I will be covering, of course, MLB, and it won't just be Pittsburgh Pirates, as, again, it's going to be the same type of thing. It'll be a lot of Pirates, but I will be covering other teams as well. So it's not just, again, Pirates. It'll be everyone else. Last year I covered, I think, 28 of the 30 teams at least once. So I know there's a lot of games. I'm just saying I will be bouncing around the MLB. 1st and 10 for Purdy and the 49ers as they look to get something going here with 5:19 left to go in the first half. As Purdy, play action, swings it out. It's caught at the 35, and Kittle is ripped down. That's a loss of 5. So Kittle's back at 0 yards. As San Francisco's offense has just gotten their butt kicked from the Seattle defense that is just eerily similar to that 2013 defense. I mean, that is just I mean, he's breaking through tacklers. I mean, there's only 2 players trying to make a tackle there on 4 blockers, and the 2 players win. So 2nd and 16 as they're at the 34. As Purdy drops back. He's looking, dumps it off. It's caught at the 40, and then he's just smacked immediately. That was McCaffrey on the catch, Witherspoon on the tackle, and he is very much fired up there for, again, a gain of 5. 3rd and 11 coming up for San Francisco. You bet fantasy, yeah. Saints gets Falcons, emotional big rivalry win. A win will knock out the Bucs. It would just be interesting. Again, either one. Saints win, Buccaneers in, Falcons win, Panthers in. 3rd and 11 as they need to get to the 50 for a brand new set of downs. Purdy in the gun, sending a man in motion. He drops back, looking over the middle. Purdy, heavy pressure, stepping up in the pocket, moving to his left, throws, caught at the 47. Jennings pushed backwards and then runs out at the 47. Nice play there, gain of about 14, and that's a San Francisco 49er first down. Bijan looks great. He does. Kicker's not good. Take on Vikings trading for Joe Burrow. Just don't see it happening. I've heard it. Just don't see it happening. Not next year. Or not this year. Not this year. Not in the offseason. As he hands it off up the gut. This is Robinson. Robinson at the 45. And is going to be whistled dead around the 42-yard line for a gain of 6. Brian Robinson's first carry of the night. OSA is legitimate. Yeah, they are. Keep Burrow out of the NFC North. That would be interesting for sure. Vikings are too cheap to trade for Burrow. I wouldn't say that. I don't know. I do think what Burrow's kind of dug himself there, kind of saying, well, I thought about retirement, I don't know. I guess I can offer that take at halftime if you guys really want. 2nd and 4 at the 42 as Purdy is going to roll to his right. Heavy pressure, throws, caught at the 41. Kittle at the 40, gets the first down, tackled at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And that is a San Francisco 49er first down. That was all Kittle there. And again, a great throw by Purdy, a jump throw under heavy duress. So a great throw, great catch and run. As that was a hard-earned 5 yards. Seattle defense calls themselves the dark side. Yeah, I think I heard that too pregame, but they do look like, again, the Legion of Boom. I know they want to separate themselves. 1st and 10 at the 37 as Purdy is going to not do anything because there's whistles blown. That is the 2-minute warning. Seattle leading 10-0 over San Francisco. And San Francisco looking to get on the board by any means necessary. Feel like they could trade enough, you think? I mean, I'm sure they could. I just don't see Burrow wanting to leave. I know he wants, again, flirting with retirement, right? But he's really, again, the Bengals have a bad defense. Well, he's the one that wanted them to pay Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, all these weapons. They've really tried to build their offensive line for agency. Not saying it's worked out, but they've tried. So when you have 2 basically number 1 receivers on your team, that's going to cost you a lot, and it's going to be at the expense of the defense. So I don't know. I just question what Burrow. I don't know what he's been doing really. I mean, defense wins championships. Now maybe not as much as it did, but you need a solid defense. So I mean, if he's the one going to be asking, hey, you need to give me all these weapons, well then it's going to be on you, Burrow. You're the one that's going to have to be putting up 35, 40 points a game. You're asking for it. You want all that to happen? Okay. You want your players? Okay. There you go. Thanks again for people like me who are visually impaired. I appreciate your style of commentating, listening from Norfolk. Well, appreciate you, Lou. Again, I try to do that traditional radio style. Try to be as descriptive as I can. I'm not always gonna be perfect, but I try. Thank you, Lou, for tuning in. Thank you for giving me a chance. You can't nail the quarterback anymore. You cannot. Jump throw scare. Yep. Purdy having a rough time out there. Yep, he has. Let's see. Defense. What about Lamar to the Vikings? Well, I know Lamar's been having some, there's been some rumors there. I just don't see that happening yet. I just don't. Now, if they lose, they lose, I don't know. If they lose to the Steelers, I feel like they get rid of Harbaugh, and I feel like maybe Jackson would stay. But then at that point, it's like, okay, well, we got rid of the coach. Then it's going to be not the quarterback next, but the players. That's usually what that means. So I don't know. I just don't see the Vikings. I think the Vikings go with McCarthy next year. It would probably just be. I mean, maybe these questions are. I think the questions you're asking will probably have a lot more weight to them next year, because I think they're really going to want to try to give McCarthy another shot. Because again, he got hurt. And he didn't really get to see any. He's been winning lately. The Vikings have won, I think, 3 or 4 in a row now. It wasn't because of, I think Prosper played the last game. He played terrible. But yeah, I think they're going to try to really give him a fair shot next year. Saxon is overrated. He's still pretty good. I mean, he's definitely not good this year. He's definitely had an off year. But 1st and 10 at the 37 as Purdy is under center. He hands it off to McCaffrey, cutting inside, and is tackled at the 34-yard line for a gain of 3. How's it going, Chitoria? Okay, yeah. Are you talking about? Okay, I thought you said Bud. I'm like, okay, I get you, Chitoria. Yeah, bad. Sorry there, Chitoria. Big Georgia fan there. Appreciate you, lol. JD, we'll call you JD. Appreciate you, man. I try. Mac Jones couldn't do any worse than Purdy. Seems like you don't like Purdy. I think Purdy's fine. It's been a rough night, but I don't know. The Seattle defense is just pretty good as Purdy's in the pistol. Hands it off to McCaffrey. He tosses it back to Jennings, who tosses to Purdy, who tosses it to McCaffrey at the 30. And that is going to be whacked out of bounds. Pretty exciting play, but it's only for 4 yards. Everyone just tossing it backwards until Purdy firing it to McCaffrey. But unfortunately for them, only getting a few yards. 3rd and 3 coming up. Lamar hasn't felt like as much of a run-pass threat this year. No, I would agree. Again, he's been rough. It's been a rough year for him, but not gonna say that. Hey, he's playing tomorrow. Oh yeah, the Steelers gonna win. That's not my attitude at all. 3rd and 3. Purdy drops back, looking over the middle. Purdy stepping up in the pocket is going to be tripped by his own lineman. Oh, my goodness. Looks like there is going to be a timeout called. 1:09 is the clock. And, yeah, Seattle's going to go ahead and take a timeout. You saw a first down marker pylon? I didn't see that. That was a lot of passes for barely any yards. Yeah, they were a lot of stuff there. That's right up there with the flea flicker screen. Like, again, that just kind of... That's interesting. So, yeah, timeout Seattle. It's going to stop the clock at 1:10. They're at the 30. So this would be about a 48-yard attempt. Unsure what San Francisco's going to do. It looks like they are going to bring out Pinero. You want the game to investigate false safety. They went 1 inch uncalled targeting. Sorry, Chitoria. That was a tough one. That was a tough way to end the year. I'm glad he didn't commit arson like you said you would. Or I don't know. Actually, I actually don't know. I hope you didn't. 48-yard attempt right down the middle. It is up. It is good. And San Francisco on the board with 1:06 left to go in the first half. Again, Seattle leading 10-3. Now they'll have a chance. Again, just about over a minute left to go. Doink this guy. And he's 9 for 9. What's your take on MVP voting this year? I feel like there's one. I feel like once the voters get an idea on who should get it early in the season, they're stuck with that person like Stafford. Yeah, I would kind of agree with that in a way. I heard this take. Not saying that I agree with all these guys, on first things first, but I mean, essentially from September to October, that is what kind of like, okay, who's going to be the MVP, right? Who's going to be the MVP? That is what decides. And then December is pretty much the elimination, who falls off and who rises up. And yeah, I would pretty much kind of say that, yeah, Stafford is either between Stafford or May. Because Trevor Lawrence has played very solid down the stretch, but again, he eliminated himself with, I guess, the poor start to the year. So I don't know. It's just a bunch of stuff here. Field at the 5, the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And is tackled at the 35-yard line. And that is where Seattle will take over again. About a minute left to go in the first half. So, yeah, I would say it's probably going to be between May or Stafford. Christian McCaffrey's been pretty cool, but I don't think he's going to get it. Is Joe Buck shrinking, or I don't know. I don't think so. Right down Broadway. Yep. I'd like to see some MVP considerations who aren't quarterback. Yeah. And again, McCaffrey could have been, you could make that argument for San Francisco. Yeah, he's had a pretty good year, but they won't do that. 1st and 10 at the 35 as Darnold drops back. He steps up and gets crunched in the backfield. That's a loss of 8. Or is it a loss of 6, I guess? I don't know. But regardless, it's a loss on the play. 2nd and 16 coming up. Now, the reason it probably won't ever go to a non-quarterback again is because, again, it's quarterback's league. I mean, the rules are now for the quarterback. You know, in the 2000s, you can still give it to a running back. No one cared because it was a running backs league, essentially. As Darnold drops back, he steps up, swings down the flat. It's caught the 30, cuts inside the 35, and Barner is going to be gang tackled at the 38-yard line as there's only 12 seconds left and counting. 10, 9, they got to do something. 8 seconds. Darnold trying to get him in formation. Now he's just going to chill. All right, they're not doing nothing. That is the end of the first half. Seattle 10, San Francisco 3. San Francisco will receive the second half kickoff whenever we do return. But yeah, I don't think we'll see another non-quarterback. The last legit shot, I think last year or 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. McCaffrey had a great year, and they didn't give it to him. And then before that, J.J. Watt, I think in 2014. I mean, he had offensive touchdowns. He had fumble recoveries, pick sixes, had like 20-something sacks, and he didn't get nothing. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be quarterbacks from now on. Is Tomlin doing the offense on the last play, killing the clock? Yep. 100%. You know it. Back for a second half. Got to walk. Oh, you're good, man. I'll see you soon, Orville. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. So, again, if you want to talk about the game, talk about football. I love talking football. I do. So, yeah, feel free to chat, and I'll try to respond. And, of course, let me know who you think is going to win tonight's game, which not only would, win the NFC West, but would win the number 1 seed in the NFC. Right now, it's 50-50. 50% of you guys with either team. And that is despite Seattle kind of dominating this game. But yet, they're dominating, and yet it's only 10-3. And, of course, again, if you like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 5,400 subscribers. It would be pretty cool to do so. Thank you again for tuning in to the channel. Sorry if you're spamming the chat, but do you have any advice on tips on starting a show like this on YouTube? I've wanted to start one, just don't know how. No, dude, you're good. You're not spamming at all. Spamming would be repeated messages after you send one, and then you send another, then you send another, like, as soon as you are done sending. Like, that would be, yeah, we don't like spamming there. You're good, though. You're not spamming at all. As far as advice, the only advice is, as far as, again, a show, I don't know what you'd be wanting to do, but don't get discouraged. I assure you, again, I started doing this in March, and if you were to look back at some old, streams, or just look at the views, you don't have to look at streams, but look at the views, you'll see that, like right now, okay, so right now I have about 350 people in here. There were streams that were getting 350 views, so I would have maybe like 5 people at one point. I mean, there was some streams early on where I didn't have anybody. I was just streaming to myself. Maybe someone would click on it, and then they would click out. So my advice would be to not give up. Don't get discouraged by that. That's going to happen regardless. Just try to stand out. Try to look at what people that are, like whatever you want to do, look at what they're doing. Look at what the big guys are doing and kind of like hashtag it, kind of similar to how they do. That's kind of how I did it. I was looking at Jaguar Gator. How did he hashtag his stuff? I used those hashtags. Those are essentially like, what are people searching for? How do they find you? And yeah, just don't get discouraged on the start, because it would be rough. It's going to be rough. And I'm very fortunate that I am where I am, which I'm not saying that I've made it by any means, but I'm very much ahead of where I thought I would be. Because most YouTube channels do fail. I mean, that's just the reality of it. But yeah, just don't give up, and just I don't know. I don't know if I'm really good at giving advice, but just don't get discouraged. And what makes you special? What is going to make them, the viewer, stay and watch you? You got to think about that. So I don't know. What equipment do you need? What am I using? I have a laptop. I have a other screen here, which you don't need another screen. It definitely helps though, which is for my OBS. I have my OBS on this screen so I can kind of see the chat and have everything set up. The other screen is my computer. And then, of course, whatever else you need. You need a lot of HDMI cables. You need some, maybe not HDMI. I know I have an HDMI. That's for HDMI is for my gaming whenever I do decide to game. But yeah, I don't know. Just like laptops. And again, if you're streaming like video games, you'll need an Elgato. But yeah, I don't know. You just kind of need OBS. If you're looking for a streaming thing, I would recommend OBS. And, yeah, I don't know what else. There's just cables you need. I don't know. I looked it up. I'm sure you can Google it. I can't remember the specifics. I mean, I can't really move the cables. I would show you. Let's see here. Remember, there's only 15 or so. I mean, hey, they still happen. They still happen, Chris. They still happen. They still happen, man. Right, fans whose teams who won the Super Bowl. How amazing did it feel for you? Tiffany, that's not a great question. It was pretty neat. Now, again, I was only about 12 years old. I would say, 9, 10 years old for Super Bowl 40. I guess I would have been 9, and then 12 for Super Bowl 43. It was a great feeling, though. I can tell you that right now. It was fantastic. Feel like $1 million. Would love to experience it as an adult, but I don't know. I feel like maybe it wouldn't mean as much because it's like, oh, well. Yeah, we won, but oh yeah, now we have bills the next day, and we got to do other things, clean up the house, or I don't know, but it would be pretty neat. How's it going, Chance? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Pretty great feeling, especially when you're alive to experience it. Yeah, need a catchy name too. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously, Now I'm sure his other name's probably fine. Got the Vine Orc. Nice, Judy. Good stuff. You can just imagine, Chris. Yeah, it's tough. As Vikings fans, I don't know what it's like either. That is brutal. You don't like the Lions, but I hope you get to experience it too. That would be. I don't know if I'd be wishing my division rival. I hope you get to experience it. I don't know. I could never say that for a Browns fan. Now, I do. I don't know. I guess, okay. I'm kind of a hypocrite there. I do have cousins that are Bengals fans, and they're great cousins. They are awesome. It's just unfortunate they're Bengals fans. Like, what the heck? They were born in Ohio, but now they live in North Carolina, so they have a lot of Panthers fans, I guess, around them. But, yeah. Who do you think won the Super Bowl this year? Again, it could go either way. I really don't have anyone to really pick. Like, there's really no one that I think is just clear head and shoulders above the other. I will say I think the NFC has the best teams. Again, I mentioned earlier the NFC West. I think they have the 3 best teams in football. But, will they go all the way is the question. The Rams would probably have the best quarterback in Stafford, but they are probably going to be the worst seed. And then the AFC, the best quarterback would be Josh Allen. And yet, they're going to be a wild card. So, I don't know. It could be either one. You were 12 on the Immaculate Reception. Oh, wow. Yeah, and that wasn't even a Super Bowl. That was just a playoff game. And then you guys the Steelers, we hosted the undefeated Dolphins in the championship game. How does that even work? and then lost that one by 4. Apparently, it was a close game. But one day your Vikings will win it all. No, Chris is a Packers fan. Chris is a Packers fan. The Eagles repeat. Josh thinks the Eagles repeat. I don't think so. I don't think the Eagles repeat. They have a good defense. They have a great defense, but their offense is just. Yeah, it's reverted back to what it was before Saquon. So I don't know. That's going to be very interesting. But I don't think the Eagles do it. Now again, you never know. It could make a run. Think if J.J. McCarthy works out, we could win in the next 3 years. A Super Bowl in the next 3 years. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. I'm old enough to have seen my Redskins win, and my UVA won the basketball title. Makes me feel, for sure. I've never seen a Pirates World Series. I've never seen a Pittsburgh Panthers win anything that I really care about, which would be, I guess, college football and then, to an extent, college basketball. Not that I care about college basketball, but it is pretty neat. Would like to see them make the March Madness tournament. Haven't seen them do that in a while. But, I can't remember the Pirates' playoff win, the wild card win. That was really fun against the Reds. Do you think the Pittsburgh will be in the Super Bowl this year? No. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it, but they're just not good. They're just not a good team. Now, when they're at their best, I think, hey, they can have a shot. But the problem is I don't think they'll bring their best for essentially 5 straight games because they would have to, they have to bring their best tomorrow. They have to bring their best tomorrow against the Ravens, and they have to do on a wild card weekend, divisional championship, and then, of course, conference. Well, I guess, it's 4 games. I guess they get blown out in the Super Bowl, which that would be kind of if they made it there, I don't know if I would want that. They make it and then they get blown out. I would not rather have that happen. Yeah, I don't want that at all. That'd be terrible. Dallas Cowboys for life. Yep. Maybe next year. I feel like we've said that a lot with the Cowboys. Maybe next year. Yep. That is brutal. Yeah, the Cowboys, again, they could use a GM that is not the owner. Mentioned that earlier. I think another chatter mentioned it in the other chat, and I completely agree. That is their real issue. But, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. As, again, we're just in halftime, a few minutes away from starting the second half. Not a chance, yeah. Let me go ahead here. I really don't understand what happened to the Lions except the loss of Laporta and the fact that Goff can't play under pressure. Well, again, with the Lions, to me, I just think Dan Campbell's too aggressive. Again, I think he relies on the analytics way too much, and I think that's just a problem. That's a problem. You can't do that. Yeah, I don't know. Is that the only problem? No, but yeah, there's just a lot of issues that I just think plague that team, that franchise right now. And yeah, they lost their coordinators, so it's, I don't know. I just don't think Dan Campbell is really the guy. Do you like the Bills' new stadium? I guess I haven't really seen. I've only seen like the artwork. I haven't seen the actual stadium there, Moog. I need to see it though. I need to. I guess I can look it up. Was grateful to go to the World Series parade in 08. Amazing, yeah. Phillies. The Phillies in the late 2000s were pretty neat. Even early 2010s, that was pretty neat with Utley, Howard, Rollins, Polanco, and Carlos Ruiz, Shane Victorino. I can't now. Of course, the names escape me. Jason Worth. Yeah, that was solid. Of course, he had the rotation of Cliff Lee, Roy Halladay. I don't know if Roy Oswald, I don't think, was there then. Cole Hamels. Pedro Martinez, I know, pitched for the Phillies during the 09 World Series. Joe Blanton, Jamie Moyer. Yeah, Phillies were pretty cool. I really enjoyed watching the Phillies play a long time ago. How did I forget that Brett Favre's first start was against the Steelers? I did not know that. That's pretty cool. 3-2-1, Happy New Year. Yep. Kickoff soon. Yep. kickoff. We're moments away. Falcons are going to beat the Saints. Not going to happen. Probably not. Chase Utley. Yep, Chase Utley. As a lifelong Chiefs fans, these last few years have been amazing. I bet they have been. Lions seem to draft for talent over need. Caught up to us this year when our O-line broke down and we lost a lot of our secondary. It's tough. Another legend play caller called his last regular season game today, the great Gene Deckerhoff, hoping New Orleans wins tomorrow against Atlanta. Yeah, someone mentioned that earlier, new to this. That might be his it was his last regular season game. Pottsville. I don't know if it was Pottstown or Pottsville. Pottsville or Pottstown. Let me look. I can tell you. I thought it was Pottstown. Pottstown is where my great-grandparents lived. And yeah, I've been there plenty of times. I don't know about Pottsville, but I could be wrong. Pottstown. There is the kickoff. Yeah, Pottstown. And he fumbles it at the 3, picks it up at the 5, and it's going to dive forward at the 12. That was just not ideal for San Francisco. Well, that was not a good play there by Brian Robinson. Normally does a great job, but man, that was rough. So that is where San Francisco will start their drive. I mean, the Raiders beat the Chiefs model up. Yeah, we'll see. 37 years, man. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Pottsville. Yeah. There's a Pottsville. Yeah, Pottsville. Yep. That's where my great-grandparents lived as he hands it off up the middle, crossing the 15 to McCaffrey at the 17-yard line. So gain of 5 there for Christian McCaffrey. Again, the story here, San Francisco has had a rough time. Yeah, Pottsville. With the win tomorrow, Reed would have the most wins by any coach at Allegiant Stadium. Oh, wow. That's pretty sad. 2nd and 5 as Purdy's going to be in the shotgun. Receivers to each side as Purdy hands it off up the middle. McCaffrey spinning around and tackled at the 18-yard line. Only a gain of 1 there for McCaffrey. As, again, it has been a rough story for this 49er offense. We're doing the Saints, Falcons, Bears, Lions, and the Steelers, Ravens tomorrow. 3rd and 4 as they need to get to the 22 for a brand new set it down. Strips to the right to one receiver to the left. As he sends a man in motion, Purdy drops back, looking to his right, steps up, throws. It is caught, and he takes a big hit there, but that is a San Francisco first down. That was DeMarcus Robinson with the catch, a gain of 13. As soon as Robinson makes the catch, he is whacked. What's on the line for these two teams tonight? Joshua, it's the number 1 seed. The loser will be on the road for the playoffs. There's also Pottstown. Yeah, I know there's a Pottstown, but Pottsville, I think. Yeah, Pottsville is the one where I visited. Again, I wouldn't say a lot, but whenever I saw my great-grandparents, it was in Pottsville. 1st and 10, play action. Purdy drops back, looking, throws over the middle. It's caught at the 35, spinning around and tackled at the 38-yard line. That was McCaffrey on the catch. So they got to be close. I mean, Pottsville's not far from Reading, so Pottstown's not far from Reading either, so that's interesting. Steelers, Ravens, brother against son. Seems like it. 2nd and 3 for Purdy as he's under center, sending a man in motion. He drops back, play action, looking, throws, caught at the 40, and is tripped up at the 42-yard line. But that is George Kittle with the catch, a gain of 4, and that's a San Francisco 49er first down. As that was, again, his 4th catch, only 9 yards. Game's boring. I wouldn't say it's boring. Definitely started off strong, though. It has kind of weakened a little bit, Johnson. But, yeah. 1st and 10 at the 42 as Purdy's in the gun, sends a man in motion. He hands it off. This is Robinson. Robinson is going to be taken down at the 45. That's a gain of 3. Again, Robinson, only the second carry of the game. As, again, the 49ers really haven't been on the field much. When they have, they just haven't been able to move the ball. Come on, 49ers, touchdown this drive. We'll see. 2nd and 7 for San Francisco. As they are at their own 45-yard line. Purdy under center, sending a man in motion. That is Jennings. As Purdy takes a snap. Play action. Drops back. He steps up. Moving to his right. Oh, and he's sacked. Reed with the sack. As, man, I mean, yeah, that's just not much you can do about that. That was just pure domination by the defensive line. Again, he stepped up, trying to escape the pocket, and Reed made him pay. 3rd and 13 coming up. Doc, ready for Pop-Tarts? Nope, I am not. 3rd and 13. They're at the 39. As Purdy drops back, looking to his right. He steps up, looking, throws to his left, and there's no one there. Incomplete. Bourne, I guess, was in the area, but that is not happening. 4th down, and the 49ers will once again have to punt. Keep giving the Kittle the ball. Well, only 4 catches. Pottsville is famous for Yuengling Brewery, America's oldest brewery. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. There is the snap, and Morstead punts it away. And that is going to be fielded at the 18. This is Shaheed. Shaheed at the 20, the 25, the 30. Cutting inside the 35, and he's brought down at the 37-yard line. Big return, though. Return of 20 yards. As Seattle will take over with 10:07 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Canary's the man for the Giants. 56 yards is insane. I hate him, but I want him at the same time. That is tough. Where's Seahawks playing at? They're playing in San Francisco. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And of course, again, if everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 5,400 subs. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys, as always, for letting the small channel call games for you. I really do appreciate it. You hate him for college. That is tough. Sterling Sharp was a Packers all-time great. Too bad his career got cut short by injury. Yep. Again, I wasn't there, or I don't recall that. I don't think I was alive at all whenever he played, to be honest with you. But I do know that he did play. Yeah, he had to retire in 94. I was born in 96. Great return. Yeah, it was a really good return. What's up, Doc? How's it going, CeeLo? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Folks, again, if you do like play-by-play, if you like hanging out with sports people, calling games, feel free to check out On The Go with CeeLo, as that's what he does as well. He does what I do. I believe he was calling some basketball earlier, right? If you were calling some Tennessee basketball. So, again, appreciate you for tuning in. Does a lot of baseball, does college football. Has also done some football, NFL as well. Has been doing some more NFL streams as of late. So check him out as well. And appreciate you for tuning in. 3 points will pop up on the screen. I guess so. I don't know if that's necessarily how it works. I don't know if that's how it works there, Chitoria. But yeah, it has been a rough day. It's been a rough day for the 49ers. Again, I guess we can look over some stats real quick while we got some time. Long commercials as always. But yeah, here you go. Total yards for Seattle, 196. 96 for San Francisco. 12 first downs for Seattle, 5 for San Francisco. San Francisco is 2 for 7 on 3rd down. Seattle 3 for 6. And time possession, 19 minutes and 20 seconds. San Francisco is 15 for 33. So, yeah, the game is kind of slowed down. And this is kind of what you got, a 10-3 defensive battle. But, of course, again, Seattle looking a little bit, they just look like they're a step ahead. Let's go San Francisco Giants. This guy. 1st and 10 at the 37 as Darnold drops back, looking over the middle. And he tosses it out, and it is going to be caught, but he's tackled immediately by, actually, I couldn't tell you who that was, but it was Kendricks. Kendricks with the tackle, Walker with the catch, gain of 2. Doc, you actually seeing the game? Yes. Yes, ma'am. 2nd and 8 for Seattle. 9:40, by the way, and counting here in the third quarter. Again, they're up by 7 as Darnold's going to be in the shotgun. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. As Darnold lifts the leg. Sends a man in motion. As he lifts the leg again for good measure, takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left, swings it out, it's caught, it's a screen. This is Walker at the 40, the 45, 50, and is pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Gain of 13, and that's another Seattle Seahawk first down. Like number 114, nice. Wolves over West Hamilton. Trisk commenting on Premier League scores yet again. Me too. Yep, there we go. Watching it happen together. That is tough, Vince. That is tough if that happened. 1st and 10 at the 48. Darnold under center, receivers to each side. As Darnold tosses. This is Walker down the right side. Cutting in at the 45. Spinning around, breaking tackles. And the Niner gang going to bring him down at the 40. But a great run there by Walker. After the gain of 8 to set up 2nd and 2. Again, they're at the 40. Rumors like that will stink pretty bad. They would. That would stink. That's just a bummer. All right, 2nd and 2 for Seattle. Again, they're at the 40. Darnold under center, sending Shaheed in motion. As Darnold takes the snap and hands it off. This is Walker up the middle. Oh, what a tackle! What a tackle there, met by Mustafa. As Walker is limited to just a yard, and there is an injured player as they're whistling. As the referee's whistling here, looks like that is a lineman there. Actually going to say 3rd and 2, not 3rd and 1. So 7:50 to go here in this one. They may step away. I, of course, will be right here. Good night, everyone. Good to see you, Scott. Appreciate you for tuning in. Judy loves the emojis Vince used. Yeah, pretty much a play-by-play there. Vince offering the play-by-play in Rhino stream. Again, he's a friend of the channel. Feel free to check him out as well. Rising Rhino calling this game. He'll be calling, of course, again, the rest of the playoffs as well. I know he'll be covering, of course, he'll be covering the Colts and Texans, I think, tomorrow. Mufasa, no, it's Mustafa, but yes, the Lion King, Mustafa. So again, an injury timeout here in Sanford. Looks like they're going to make it 3rd and 2 on the screen. That's always nice. So another commercial break. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below and let me know what's happening. Let me, what are you thinking on the game? Let me know what you're thinking about the playoffs. And of course, let me know who you think is going to win in the poll. We got 53% of you guys with the Seattle Seahawks, 47% of you guys with the 49ers. But yeah, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. It is completely free. No dime will be spent. No nothing. No bill will be sent to you. No nothing like that. So again, think of it more as a follow, not a subscription. Would like to see YouTube change the lingo. I think that would help out creators, or streamers, I should say, because I'm not really a creator. You recruited for me again. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you new to this. Who's not new to this, by the way. Wouldn't say you're old to this, but yeah, you've been around for a while. Appreciate you, man. Helps out a lot. Yeah, no, we had some good turnout for the bowl games. 3 of the 4 streams, I think, went over 100,000 views. It was crazy. I was very, very lucky. Very lucky. How's it going, Cody? Good to see you again. Appreciate you for tuning in. YouTube will change the lingo when Trump is elected for the 4th term. It ain't happening. Gotcha. I'll just stay with subscribe. I don't know. I just feel like it just hurts. I feel like it hurts, It just hurts. It is what it is. Steelers lose tomorrow. Do you think Tomlin and Pittsburgh split ways? It would be nice to see, but probably not. 3rd and 2. They need to get to the 38 for a brand new set of downs as he sends a man in motion. Darnold hands it off. This is Charbonnet bouncing it outside and is tripped up at the 45. What a tackle by Lenore. What a tackle. That's a loss of 5 in Seattle. Again, looked like they were going to drive down there and possibly add on to this lead. No, they are going to be punting away. Need to stop here. I bet anyone with the under are enjoying themselves. I bet so. Guess the Panthers fans are all Falcons fans. Yes, tomorrow. They will be 4th and 7. There's the snap, and here is the punt. As that's going to be fair caught at the 8 by Moore. And that is where San Francisco will take over. 6:47 left to go. Nice tackle. It was a great tackle. Yep, for sure. Lenore with a great tackle, bottling up Charbonnet in the backfield. Go for it. No, you can't go for it. 4th and 7. You can't do that. Yeah, they ain't going for it. Nope. Again, we've had plenty of presidents in the chat. Joe Biden, of course. He is a fan of the channel. We've had Donald Trump in the chat. He is, of course, a fan of the channel. We've had Obama in the chat before. So, again, we got 3. We've had also, again, Jimmy Carter as well. So, we've had 4 presidents in the chat. So, I think that's pretty cool. Joe Biden, though, Sleepy Joe, he's the one that always shows up the most. So, thank you. Thank you, Joe, for supporting the channel. Time to step up. Yeah, they are running out of times. They're running out of time. Who is the Falcons dislike worse? Do they lose just because? I don't know. I think they're going to try to play to win the game. They want to probably end on a. Again, they've been trending in the right direction as of late. Same with the Saints. I think that's going to be a good game. I really do. Both teams kind of trending upwards, and I really do think that next year the NFC South will be very interesting for sure. Because again, you're seeing, the 49. No, pardon me. What am I talking about? Saints, Falcons trending up. The Panthers have been kind of seesawing the whole year, and of course the Buccaneers. They've been the favorite for a few years now. They started off strong, but they're ending kind of weakly. But they won today. It'll be very interesting. Be very interesting. Hope for a tie. You're pulling for a tie. Time for Purdy to throw a pick. We'll see. Do a great job. Very professional. I'll be adding you to my group of YouTube sportscasters. Thank you, Giannis. Appreciate you, man. I try. Dr. DeLay for president. Not happening. Not happening. No. That's no. Apparently there's a conspiracy theory that all the presidents have been related to each other. I assure you I'm not related to anybody, so I'm already eliminated if that conspiracy theory is true. As Bam's booing. Is Pitts a free agent? I don't know, actually. It's something I can look up. Here. Kyle Pitts. I think it has contracts on here. Maybe it doesn't. No, I don't think it does. I don't know. I'll have to look up. No. Hands it off up the middle, crossing the 10 and brought down at the 12. So that's a gain of 3 as we're getting back here in San Francisco again. San Francisco has had a rough time moving the ball, as the Seattle defense has been all over it. Let's see. I need San Francisco to win so I can talk smack to your nephew, because he was when the Panthers. Gotcha. 92 yards in 6 plays. You think it's going to happen? That'd be interesting. As it's 2nd and 7, ball at the 12. In the gun, receivers to each side. Purdy sending a man in motion as he takes the snap, drops back, looking to his right, throws over the middle, it's caught at the 15, and tackled at the 18. They'll mark him at the 17. That was McCaffrey on the catch. Gain of 5, setting up a 3rd and 2. Again, still plenty of time left to go. We're under 6 minutes here in the third. But if you're the 49ers, you have to be pretty discouraged with how your offense has looked. Again, we've made a big deal about how the defense is, but the 49ers offense the last month and a half or so has just been unstoppable, and they've been stopped. So, I mean, this is very interesting. 96 total yards, yep. 3rd and 2 at the 17 in the gun as Purdy drops back, looking over the middle, steps up, throws. It is caught at the 18, and he takes a whack. Right there, only a gain of 1. That was Demarcus Robinson with the catch. As Purdy says he can't believe it. He just, come on. But yeah, it looks like it's another 3 and out. The throw just, I don't know. That's a tough one. They will have to punt. Have you ever met Alex Jones? No, I have not met Alex Jones. Texas is pretty big, so if I randomly bump into him, that would be pretty incredible. Because the odds of that are just incredibly slim. As there is the punt, Morstead boots it away. And that's going to be fair caught at the 31. And that is where Seattle will take over with 4:31 left to go in the third quarter. Let's see here. How's it going, Ronald? Good to see you again. San Francisco has ball control. Yep. Defense bringing the house. They are. Run the ball. Yeah, did they not? Well, they ran it on first down there, but yeah. Let's see here. Darn punts. Jenna saying anyone else? I don't know. Great field position. Well, I mean, yeah, they're at the 32. I don't know. That's like the same as a kickoff, so I don't know. Getting great field position. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Dr. Lay making... Okay. Jeez. All right, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Yeah, again, feel free to chat about whatever you like for the most part. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And, of course, feel free to vote in the poll. Seattle Seahawks with 53% of you guys, with Seattle 47% with the 49ers. Anyone else think Seattle should have scored more points? Oh, for sure. For sure. Again, I feel like they've left a lot of points off the board. They just have... they've struggled. How's your day going? It's going okay. It's going okay. It's going okay. Let's see here. Both should have more points. Yeah, you can make the argument. Guess I'm missing something. I don't know. I don't know what's happening there, but yeah. But it's been a again, the game started off pretty good. The game was trending in a high scoring fashion. But yeah. Let's see what happened. I don't know, I'm not following there. I don't know. I'm not following what happened there. I don't know. I'll have to talk with Trisk later. I'm not seeing anything. That's the odd part. All right. Well, 1st and 10 Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll worry about it later. All right, 1st and 10 at the 32 as Darnold's going to be under center, sending a man in motion as he stumbles. Oh, there's a fumble. There's a fumble on the play, and it's recovered by Charbonnet at the 25. That's a loss of 7. Loss of 7 there. Just a little stumble there by Darnold, and I think that messed up the whole thing. Hold on, folks. I see. All right, well, regardless, it's going to be 2nd and 17. As it's going to be in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to left, sending a man in motion. As Darnold lifts the leg. Takes a snap, drops back, looking to his right. Now over the middle, throws. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Barner. As San Francisco's defense, again, hasn't been the greatest all year. But in this game, honestly, after the first quarter, they've really locked it in. You need the Jigba to get 2 more receptions. Yep. One bad play can cost you the game. It can. As DJ saying, defense, wake up. Will they here? Again, they've done a pretty good job. 3rd and 17. They need to get to the 42 as Darnold pitches it out to Walker. Walker at the 25, the 30, 35, 40. Breaking tackles. He's got the first down. Tackled at the 44-yard line. Gain of 19 when they needed 17. Looked like they were kind of giving up there with the toss. And yet Walker gets 19 yards, and that's a Seattle Seahawks first down. Oh, my goodness. Watching highlights from Packers, Buccaneers. Man, dog, you missed some great years, I bet. I bet I did. 1st and 10 for Seattle. They're at the 44. Darnold under center, sending a man. Well, actually, he's not sending a man in motion. What am I talking about? Play action. Darnold looking, throws over the middle. It's caught at the 45. JSN at the 40 and tackled at the 37-yard line as JSN gets a huge first down after a gain of 19. Well, there you go. 2 more receptions. There's 1. Receivers wide open down the field, getting a little more interesting. As again, Seattle moving. They're at the San Francisco 37. So 1st and 10 as Darnold's under center, sending a man in motion. I guess I predicted the future. Sending another man in motion. Same guy, actually, as he. Play action. Drops back. Looking over the middle. Darnold swings it down the flat. Caught by Charbonnet at the 40, 35, 30. Stays in bounds and is pushed out at the 25 for a gain of 12. And that is a Seattle Seahawks first down. Man, oh man. Again, that's just got to be a little devastating there for San Francisco. Again, they had been playing much better defense. But Seattle kind of figured out here, again, after a huge 3rd and 17 play. Just a simple toss. Pardon me, as looks like there's an injured player. That is Bethune. Bethune on a knee. Unbiased. Well, hey, yeah, I have no dog in the fight. No reason to pull for anybody. And again, as I always say, even a Steelers game, though, I'm practically hating on the Steelers. It seems like, because they're so bad. It does frustrate me, for sure. That's a first down it is, since they're rolling. So, again, a injury timeout, 1:58 left to go. Or no, 2:23, pardon me. They're going to put the time back, I guess. Then 10-3, Seattle in San Francisco territory. As they're kind of highlighting Walker. Walker with 77 yards tonight on 12 carries. He's done a great job. Told y'all this game was over in the first quarter. You did. You did. But I don't know. I think we might still see a good finish here. 1st and 10 to 25. Darnold lifting the leg as he sends a man in motion. As he takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle, steps up, throws, batted at the line, incomplete. San Francisco, the D-line, getting a hand on it. That was batted down by Collins. Is Njigba in? Yes. He is in. Then he got a catch earlier. It's at 5 catches, 71 yards. Just swatted down. 2nd and 10 for Seattle. Collins almost had it. Almost made the catch. Darnold in the gun. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Tight ends in tight, sending Charbonnet in motion. As Darnold sends another man in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off to Charbonnet on the delay. And is not going to get much as he's tackled after a gain of a yard. Charbonnet at 56 yards rushing on the night. Walker was 77. Again, a really good 1-2 punch. As it'll be 3rd and 9. Maybe I'll listen to the game tomorrow night. Yeah. Oh, man. It'll be very frustrating if the Steelers lose. 3rd and 9. They need to get to the 15 for a brand new set it down, sending Kupp in motion. That's a name I haven't really called all day. As Darnold lifts the leg, takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left, throws. It is incomplete, looking for a flag. And there's a late flag. There it is. As Shaheed was being tackled all over the place there before the ball got there. There it is, pass interference. That's a spot foul, and that is an automatic first down. That was on Green with the defensive pass interference. Again, just holding on to him, just starts. Yeah, that is just as bad as you can possibly be. That was as obvious. Illegal contact. I think it was pass interference the whole way. Flag on the Niners. Not looking good. Not looking good for the 49er supporters. 1st and 10 at the 17. As Darnold hands it off up the middle. Walker. Walker is going to be tackled in the backfield. A loss of 2. 2nd and 12 coming up for Seattle. As this will probably be, unless it's an incomplete pass, it'll probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter. As Brent says, it's time to wake up, Niners, but they are taking a nice nap now. I don't know. Why would you want to wake them up, you know? No, they definitely do. They definitely do need to wake up. 2nd and 12 at the 19. Darnold under center. Play action. Drops back. Shovel pass. This is Charbonnet at the 15. Spinning forward and tackled at the 14. And that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter as Seattle leads 10-3. And they are driving at the San Francisco 14, facing a 3rd and 7 whenever we do come back. The game is in California. It is. Niners are done. Did you know that Spurs Julian Champagne had his best game ever on New Year's Eve? I have never even heard of him, to be honest with you. Never even heard of him. So, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below. Again, there's a lot of places that you can probably get mugged at. Oh, yeah. Yep. That is true. Again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I can. And, of course, let me know who you think is going to win. Right now, 54% of you guys with Seattle, and for good reason. Again, they've looked like the better team so far, and they're leading. And they have the ball at the San Francisco 14, looking to make this a 2-score game. But, of course, I will be calling games tomorrow. So if you're wondering what I'm doing tomorrow, I'll be calling, again, New Orleans and Atlanta. That game will decide the NFC South, not because of them, not necessarily that they're going, of course, the playoff, but because of the Panthers and Buccaneers need one or the other to win. We will probably be calling the Detroit-Chicago game in the afternoon. And then, of course, for the night game, we'll be doing the Steelers and the Ravens. And I hope that that game ends in the Steelers' favor, or I will probably lose it right here in front of all of you guys. So there you go. The Niners need a home run. Got 15 minutes. Yep, they need something. Niners are gassed. There really isn't too many safe places anymore. Yep, you are correct, Chris. As Ecto's with Judy. Yep, no, the 49ers, they have come out flat in a game that, again, they're at home. They won already in Seattle, so, but of course, again, that was week 1, so, these teams were definitely a lot different. Safe in my house, otherwise it's rather sketch. Oh, wow. All right, it's going to be 3rd and 7 as we're working our way back here to San Francisco, or Santa Clara, if you want to be technical about it. As, again, it's 3rd and 7. They need to get to the 7 for a brand new set of downs. Shanahan's 1-38 when trailing by 7+ points in the 4th quarter. That is not good. That is actually pretty terrible. Darnold in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. As he sends a man in motion. Darnold drops back. Heavy pressure. He's moving backwards. Throws. Caught at the 16 and tackled at the 14 for a gain of 1. That was Eric Saubert with the catch. And Seattle will most likely have to settle for 3. Could become the first quarterback to pass for 4K. Bears quarterback, yeah, he could. I don't know if he actually does. I have my doubts. Cheering for your dad, yep. Stick up. Oh, man, that's tough. It'll be your own dogs. 31-yard attempt from the right hash. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. As it's 13-3. Seattle leading with 14:15 left to go in the 4th quarter. Steelers or Ravens? Well, you know who I'm pulling for. Whether or not that actually happens, I don't know. Steelers need another big Ben. We do. We definitely need our next franchise quarterback. Again, I don't blame anything on Rodgers this year. Rodgers has been fine. Don't let the media tell you otherwise, because he's been fine. He really has done a great job considering how bad the Steelers have been. But the team itself has been pretty atrocious. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. And again, feel free to let me know who you have winning. Right now, again, Seattle up by 2 scores and with 54% of your votes. As again, 54% of you guys thinking Seattle. That the NFC will run through Seattle. 46% with San Francisco. And their time is running out. Again, down by 2 scores with 14:15 left to go. As I'm going to change some stuff out here on my end. And again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel, of course. It is free to do so. Think of it more as a follow. But yeah, no, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to subscribe. I'll, of course, be covering the playoffs, so I will see both these teams there. Will I see you there is the question. And again, it is free. If everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 5,400 subscribers. So thank you again for tuning in. Go Hawks. Robert pulling for the Seahawks, and they're looking pretty good. Seattle looks good, but you're pulling for the Niners. Agreed on Rodgers. We just need a franchise quarterback. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Again, yeah, we definitely need to plan for after Rodgers. As, again, this could be his last year, though I think he's kind of said that he might be coming back. We'll see. You're making popcorn the old-fashioned way. Well, you talking about the stove? Popcorn's usually pretty good when you do that. Yep. All right, we're back again. 13-3. San Francisco needs to get it going as he fields it at the 3s, at the 5, the 10, 15, 20, 25, and Robinson is going to be tackled at the 29-yard line. And that is where San Francisco will start. Again, only 14:09 left to go in the 4th quarter. It's pretty much now or never. Seattle founds their offense. They could be playoff scary. Yep. Pulling for the Steelers. Got to stop the Ravens' run. Yep, we do. Blue and purple against Detroit early in the season. Oh, wow. Warren Sapp and Brett Favre were so fun to watch. Yeah, I'm sure they were. Again, I do remember seeing Favre in the end of Sapp. Of course, he wasn't as explosive then. 1st and 10 at the 30 as Purdy's in the shotgun, setting a man in motion. That is McCaffrey as Purdy drops back, moving to his right, running for his life, throws down the field, caught at the 50, and Kittle steps out at the 49. But that's a gain of 21. That is a San Francisco 49er. First down. That was his 5th catch of the day. As now we're at 29 yards for Kittle. Your team wasn't, that's unfortunate. Today at the store, your card was declined. Lady behind paid $100 for my order and said she would not give me her name. Wow, she just paid it forward. That's great. That's very nice. As Purdy steps up, Purdy's going to run. He's at the 45 and extending. He gets the first down, tackled at the 39-yard line, gain of 11. That is a San Francisco 49er first down. That is really cool, Judy. Random acts of kindness. That's what, I don't know. We need more of that. We need more of that, and especially in today's world. You underestimated them, yep. Texans are a scary playoff team. Yeah, they are. Yep, Detroit slaps this guy. That's wild. He's going to hand it off up the middle. This is McCaffrey. McCaffrey spinning around, fighting for yards as he's going to be bottled up at the 35 for a gain of 4. Yeah, we'll see. Detroit, again, if they win, I don't know. Again, I don't really think I would buy Chicago in the playoffs for sure. Yeah, it's pretty cool, Jenna. It's pretty cool. Cody is a Chiefs fan. Oh, well, you haven't really had much to not like, obviously, this year, but, guys been pretty good for a while. 2nd and 6 at the 35 as Purdy swings it out. It's caught in the flat. He's at the 30 and is tackled at the 26. And that is Demarcus Robinson. That is a catch and run. That's a first down. As the 49ers all of a sudden kind of moving and grooving here. And shock, yeah, for sure. Making some popcorn, nice. So 1st and 10 for the 49ers, and looks like there's an injury or something. I don't know. The clock has stopped at 11:54. Oh, wow, there's some pushing and shoving at the end of the play. Jennings and the Seattle Seahawks getting pushed into the Seattle bench, and that's never good for Jennings. So 1st and 10 at the 25, Purdy in the gun. God is good. He is 1st and 10 at the 25. Purdy drops back, looking, throws it down the right side, caught at the 10, and pushed out of bounds at the 9. That is Juwan Jennings with the catch. That's a gain of 16. That is a San Francisco 49er first down, as they will have it 1st and goal. And this is kind of came out of nowhere. San Francisco looked dead, but they have come alive here late. But better late than never. There we go. That's what Bam said. Better late than ever. Jennings needs a Pop-Tart, I guess so. 1st and goal at the 9. As Purdy hands it off up the gut. This is McCaffrey. It was going to be tackled at the 6. For a gain of 3. McCaffrey only 23 yards rushing. And again, as mentioned plenty of times, Seattle has really just shut down the 49ers, but he is definitely, or the 49ers are definitely cooking here on this drive. Can they punch it in? A lot of time left, yep. Why do teams wait until they're down 2 scores to wake up? I don't know. Maybe it's part of the script. 2nd and goal at the 6. Purdy drops back looking to the end zone. Throws. It is. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, it's off McCaffrey's hands, and it finds Seattle's. Oh, and that is just a heartbreaker for Seattle, or pardon me, San Francisco. Unbelievable. Off the hands of McCaffrey. John Schneider, the Seattle GM, loving it. McCaffrey just unable to make the catch off his hands and finding the Seattle defender. Wow. I mean, what are the odds of that even happening? And Seattle will take over at their own 3. Brock beats your Bucks first time out. You have to root for him. That was 100% on the receiver. Yeah, that is tough. And it was tipped at the line. McCaffrey, I guess, just wasn't ready for that. So 1st and 10, Seattle at their own 3. Darnold hands it off up the middle as Charbonnet. Not going to get much. They're trying to rip it out. But nothing doing there. Just a gain of a yard. As San Francisco's crowd chants defense, defense. Trying to get this team to shut him down and give the ball back to San Francisco. They were so close. They were. There's the pick you've been calling. Yep, that's a rough one. 2nd and 9 for Seattle as Darnold is under center. And he drops back. Looking to his left. Throws down the field. Caught at the 18 and steps out of bounds immediately. He will have the first down. That's a gain of 14. That is Jackson Smith-Njigba. And there you go. That was 2 catches there, Cody. If you're looking, I believe you were the one, Cody, right, that needed him for 2 catches. So there you go. As he's at 6 for 84 in the night. Tick, tick, tick. Yep. Ecto can't believe it. Well, it wasn't 4th down there, but yeah, I get what you're saying, Ron. 1st and 10 at the 17. He hands it off up the middle. Charbonnet is tackled at the 19 after a gain of 2. That was a Mahomes pick, this guy. Smith, yeah, Jackson Smith-Njigba, man, he is good. He is really good. I think he'll be pretty good. Yeah, he's very good. Deacon saying it's over. It's done. Deacon has thrown in the towel. 2nd and 8, Darnold in the gun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. As Darnold takes the snap, drops back, looking to his left. Now moving to his right is Darnold, keeping his eyes downfield. Going to run. He's at the 20 and diving forward to about the 25-yard line for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and short coming up. Time. Uh-oh, Judy is going to clock out real quick and take a smoke break. Runs good routes. He is very good at creating separation. It is actually very impressive stuff. Leading in picks, Purdy got to be top 3. No, he's not top 3. I can get you. I think it's probably Geno Smith. 3rd and 2. I'll let you know next commercial. As Darnold's going to be in the shotgun, sending Kupp in motion. As Darnold takes a snap, drops back, looking to his left, throws. It is caught at the 30, and Kupp is tackled right there for a gain of 5. That is a Seattle Seahawks first down. And another player is down. Looks like that is a San Francisco player. So that'll stop the clock with 7:23 left to go in the 4th quarter. Goku not liking the 49ers. 49ers did get a win over somebody last week. Goku, do you know who that was? I can't. The team name escapes me. Can't recall. So let's see here. Let's see who actually is leading the league in picks. I'm kind of curious myself. No, Geno Smith's got to be up there. I know he was leading for a while. So leading in interceptions. Geno Smith. Then you have Tua. Then you have Sam Darnold with 14. Herbert, Lawrence, McCarthy, Mahomes, Nix, Flacco, Prescott, Mayfield, Allen, Sanders, Young. Purdy's at 9. Okay. He has only played, I guess, only 9 games, so he'd be at 10 now. So, yeah, it is a lot of picks for 9 games. I'll give you that. That's a lot of picks, really. For today's NFL, yeah, that's a lot of picks. least we got one victory today. Yep. I think Judy and Orville are married. Doc, those calls in the Bears-Niners games were pretty bad, but look what happens when they play competent defense. I guess. I mean, again, that's a great. Seattle's defense is great. I mean, they are one of the best defenses in the league. Could happen to anybody. Could happen to Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams might have to travel to Seattle in the playoffs. So, we'll see. We'll see this firsthand. We'll see this firsthand. But again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Feel free, of course, to chat down below, talk about whatever you like, and try to respond to as many comments as I can. As checking something here. Sorry, guys. How the 49ers can beat the Bears but can't beat the Seahawks. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Seattle's pretty good. I don't really consider the Bears to be the cream of the crop. I do consider Seattle to be, one of the better teams in the league. So, again, we are back here in San Francisco. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Seattle. Legion of Boom, yep. Seattle get bounced out. Sam Darnold's worse than Max Prosper in the playoffs. That's a take right there. 1st and 10 at the 30. Darnold under center as he hands it off. This is Walker down the right side, cutting in. He's at the 35, the 40, and brought down at the 42-yard line. That is Kenneth Walker with his 14th carry of the day, and that one gets him 12 yards. Going to make it to 11, I guess. As he's at 86 yards rushing. 86 yards rushing, 36 receiving yards. He has had a great day today. Say what's up if you see me. What's up? How's it going? IDK. I don't know. What's up, man? 1st and 10 as Darnold. It's going to be under center, receivers to each side. As he hands it off up the gut. He's at the 45. Walker breaking tackles at the 50 and brought down at the 48-yard line. And again, that's another first down for Seattle as Walker's closing in on 100 yards at 97. Seahawks better than the Bears? Yes, for sure. Are the Raiders locked into the top pick regardless of tomorrow? No, they actually are not. They can win and other teams can lose, and they would actually fall out of that spot. But most likely going to have the number 1 seed. 1st and 10 at the 48. As Darnold takes the snap and play action. Drops back. He steps up. Darnold dumps it off. It's got the 45. Charbonnet trying to bounce it outside and diving to the 43-yard line for a gain of about 5. Ramsey saying hello. Again, welcome on in, guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Raiders, question mark, yep. Johnny Bravo might have an interception up his sleeve, maybe. 2nd and 4, ball at the 42-yard line. Darnold in the gun. He takes the snap and hands it off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet cutting inside at the 40. He's got the first down, still moving his legs, and brought down after a gain of about 6. As that is another Seattle Seahawk first down. As we're under 5 minutes, by the way. Under 5 minutes in this one. Seattle up by 10 with the ball at the San Francisco 36. Not looking good. Not looking good for Seattle. Niners offense failed. They did. And appreciate you, DJ. Who you got tomorrow, Ravens or Steelers? I mean, I'm going to pick the Steelers, but, wouldn't surprise me if the Ravens win. In fact, it's very likely they do, as it's play action. Darnold moving to his left. Darnold throws. It is picked off, but I think he was out of bounds as it was off the receiver's hands. Yep, it is incomplete. Oh, man, that would have been huge. Didn't even have possession there. That way. Good try, but it will be incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Seattle. If Seattle wins, does LA get the NFC South No. LA is NFC West. Game over, says DJ. 2nd and 10. Hands it off to Walker, cutting inside, and it's not going to get much. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. Orville's wallet is smiling. Your bro Steelers, my son Ravens. Yep, that's a tough one. But yeah, it's looking like San Francisco going to take their first timeout. 4:12 left to go in this one. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a good game. Hopefully it is. Hopefully, and the Steelers do win. Thank you, streams. Appreciate you, George. Appreciate you for tuning in as always. You did tell me about Johnny Bravo. I'm not really understanding the reference though, Devlon. Isn't the Steelers? And I'm not too sure, Ronald. Huge. What's huge? It's going to be 3rd and 10 for. Are you talking about the stop? Yeah. If San Francisco needs to get them off the field here. Clock has struck 12 on Purdy. 18 for 23, 123 on the night for him and a pick. 3rd and 10, as they'll need to get to the 26 for a brand new set of downs. So it's first place in the division. Yes, if they win, they're in. Darnold takes a snap, drops back. He's looking over the middle. Moving to his right, it's Darnold. Keeping his eyes downfield, throws. It is caught at the 20. Cup at the 15 and tackled at the 12. That's a gain of 24, and that is a Seattle Seahawks first down. Looks like San Francisco going to take their second timeout. Man, Cooper Cup fighting. Pittsburgh is a top 10 coach. Debatable. The worst team picks first. Salary cap free agency is just too good to help himself. I know you understand. Darren, I'm not even going to go 12 rounds with you. Darren, if you have as many playoff wins as me in the last 8 years, you are not good. I don't know what to tell you. I haven't even been given a shot, and I can tell you I've won as much as he has in the last 8 years. That's all I know. Interception in Darnold's pocket. Probably not. Take my winnings and bless a church food pantry. Alex Jones thinks this game is rigged. He probably thinks a lot of things. Yep, he does. 1st and 10 at the 12. Darnold under center. Receiver out wide to the left as he hands it off up the gut. He's at the 10. Brought down at the 9 for a gain of 3. That was Charbonnet on the carry, and San Francisco going to take their last timeout. So again, timeout there. That's their last one. 3:57 left to go. As again, it looks like Seattle is most likely going to be your number 1 seed, and everything's going to go through Seattle in the NFC. So they will get a week off, and we'll just be looking over. Again, it's not over, but it's trending that way. It was over the first score, wifey. Oh, man. Yep, I don't know about that, but Seattle did look like the better team tonight. Definitely a shock, to say the least, for San Francisco, as it's 2nd and 7 at the 10. Darnold going to be under center. Receivers to each side. As he takes the snap, hands it off down the left side. Charbonnet cutting in, spinning around, and brought down at the 6 for a gain of 3. Going to bring up 3rd and 4 as the clock continues to run. Lots of folks need help in this world. Well, yep, for sure. This stream was really fun tonight. Thanks, Dr. Lay, Judy, Orville, and everyone who watched to the end, but just want to say hi. Oh, yeah, appreciate it, Jen, again, for tuning in. You're Duval. I have a problem understanding your complaints. That's fine. You're the Jaguars. I'm the Steelers. There's a little difference. There's a little difference on how we view our teams and how we expect our teams to go every year. 3rd and 4 at the 6 as he hands it off up the gut. He's at the 5, dancing around. Charbonnet is going to be tackled at the 3. Going to be about a yard short. So 4th and 1 coming up. As again, all they need is a yard, and that would essentially be the game. Seattle gets the first down, it's over, or they can just score here. Milk the clock. We'll see. They're going to do the tush push, or it looks like it anyway. This will be a long one. And they're not going to snap it there. So did they call a timeout? I don't know if they called a timeout. Delay a game. Okay, they did not. So Seattle will be kicking a field goal. Chiefs red looks good on this guy. No, it does not. It's just a red. It's just a red shirt. Just a red shirt, man. That's all it is. It's a polo. Just a polo. Random color. And now I don't really want to wear it anymore. Oh my gosh. This will be burned. This will be a 26-yard attempt from the left hash. Or pardon me, the right hash. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. Oh, it doinked it! Unbelievable! This will say a 10-point game. Of course, again, the odds that San Francisco does come back very slim. But there you go, folks. Doink in the chat. If you could point the clown emoji. Doinks. Doink the clown. Unbelievable. You feel the Chiefs love? I bet you do. Alex Jones thinks they should go for it. Well, he was right. Because you got a doink. You didn't get your doink, Chris. Unbelievable. 1st and 10 for San Francisco. Don't anyone thinking you're a Swiftie. Yeah, no, you don't want that. 1st and 10 at the 20. Purdy drops back. He's looking, throws. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Robinson. Unable to connect there. As it'll be 2nd and 10. Laces out. Where the laces are, I didn't even get to see it. Missed, yep. Yep, there we go. There we go. We got some clown emojis there. Glad you took the under. Told you I never trust kicker. You did say that. You did say that. At least that happened. Yep. There we go. Doink the clowns in the chat. 2nd and 10 as Purdy drops back. He's looking, throws it in the flats, caught the 23, and is brought down at the 24-yard line for a gain of 4. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. 13-3 is your score. San Francisco driving to, I don't know, try to make this somewhat interesting, I guess, at the end. Doink, doink, doink. Appreciate you, George, for tuning in still. Oh, man. Yep. I actually don't understand the Finkel thing. But I'm sure it's something. I'm sure you guys know. Polo, yep. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. I mean, again, we got 2 more minutes left, and that'll pretty much be it. I will be here tomorrow all day. Again, I'll be doing Saints, Falcons. Let's see what else. Again, we're doing the games are escaping me now. Bears, Lions, and then the Steelers, Ravens, of course, tomorrow night. So I will be here. But he won't wear that 7 jersey. Actually, it won't. That will stay up there. But yeah, if you do like what you've been listening to, make sure again to leave a like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. Yeah, I mean, if you guys were to subscribe, it would help out the channel. Again, it is free. Everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 5,400 subscribers. Again, I'm appreciative of you guys for being here. Even if I disagree with you, Darren, and there's just nothing that you can say that'll change my mind about Tomlin. It never will. It never will. There's nothing you can say. And you can't excuse mediocre. You just can't do it. You can do it, if you're at work for an everyday job, I mean, we like average workers, you know? Those are great. But, you know, it's a football team. You're leading a football team. You're entertainment, and the entertainment every year gets blown out in the playoffs. We don't like that as Steeler fans. And there's nothing you can say that will convince me otherwise. Nothing. But I'll go more into that a little bit later, especially if we lose tomorrow. I will definitely go in depth on all that stuff. Are you not matching the TV? What do you mean? Finale was the Dolphins kicker. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't watch that. KC, yeah, no, for sure. No KC. The defense gets the quarterback while blitzing. Yep. Everyone subscribe and like. Helps out a lot. Make money, yeah. Watch Harry Mack freestyle for the Steelers. I'm not too sure where that is. Harry Mack. You work tomorrow, but you'll be here for the Steelers game. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right, 3rd and 6 at the 24. They need to get to the 30. As Purdy drops back, he's looking, throws to his left. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Kittle. So this is pretty much the last chance for the 49ers. Tomlin doesn't have the pieces needed. Oh, I assure you, he has. He has had a lot of great players over the last decade and has accomplished nothing. But again, more on that tomorrow. 4th and 6 at the 24. They need to get to the 30 for a brand new set of downs as he drops back. Purdy's looking, throws, he's hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. And that is going to do it as Purdy is still on the ground. And Seattle will be 14-3. Purdy's still on the ground. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, man, if Purdy's down, that is a huge loss. He was crunched. Oh, man, yeah, that is huge. And, of course, again, they play next week, again, with the loss. Oh, man, took a big hit. You going to stream the college football playoff? Oh, you know it, Cody. This is by design. It's by design, trying to get me to go crazy. Purdy was pretty good, but tonight he played pretty bad. He did. Purdy has a bloody thumb. Apparently had it earlier. But yeah, he's been helped off the field. So that is going to do it again. 14-3, Seattle will win. They will be 14-3. San Francisco will fall to 12-5. And of course, I guess if the Rams win tomorrow, the Rams would be the number 5 seed. San Francisco would be the number 6 seed. So, again, we'll find out who will be the 3 seed, 2 seed tomorrow. Again, all that stuff is happening tomorrow. So, there's the first of 3 knees. Again, thank you guys again for tuning in. Mac Jones Playoff Time. We'll see. Don't worry. We'll see. See you next game. Appreciate you guys, RB. Appreciate you guys again all for tuning in. Again, if you do like what you've been listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe. I'll, again, be here all day tomorrow. 3 games. Don't miss them. And if you do, it's okay. But, yeah, I will be here tomorrow, hopefully. All the games are winners. His thumb's bleeding probably when he hit the player's helmet earlier. Yep. Quick game. It was kind of quick. It did start a little bit earlier. It started at 8:07 Eastern, I think. But, yeah, this is about almost just over 2.5 hour game. So, yeah, very quick game. 14-3, 2 years in a row. Wow. Yep. Great. I appreciate you, Judy, for tuning in. Appreciate you, Orville. Not sure why teams need to change unis and mess the mojo. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, the uniforms do look good, but, yeah, I don't really like doing that, especially for a rivalry game. I mean, the 49ers have a great uniform already. As Darnold takes one final knee, and that'll do it. Seattle's going to be your number 1 seed in the NFC. And, of course, again, we'll find out all the stuff happening tomorrow. I'll be here covering it all. Again, all day tomorrow. We'll do 3 games. All that good stuff. Like 9-10 hours of streaming tomorrow. and then probably capping it off with a rant. So we'll see how that goes. Eagles, Seahawks, NFC. Interesting. I don't know. We'll see. See you manana. Manana, though, is what I'm reading. Thanks for the thanks for the broadcast. Appreciate you all for tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Like and subscribe. And I will see you then. Good night. And probably for the final time, I'll wish you a Happy New Year. See you then.